get a shutout in a 2-0 win over a very good offensive Chicago team at the arena on Friday night. The MVP of that game was defender Tony Bellinger. Tony Bellinger had an outstanding game against Chicago the other night with a goal and an assist. Tony, congratulations on that successful start to the season. It's always great to start with a win at home.
Oh, definitely. The goal and the assist was an extra plus for any defender. But I was just happy about the way the entire team played. Everyone did their job defensively, and that's what accounted for the 2-0 shutout. Chicago's a really good team going forward. I think in preseason they played 3 games and scored 23 goals. So anytime you can shut out a team with that kind of offensive power, it says a lot about everyone on the team.
And, of course, you were involved both defensively and scoring, and I know it's very important for the Steamer defenders to be pushing up, but to do your job at the back as well.
Oh, definitely. The first thing, again, for any defender is you have to do your job goal side, and we were able to do that and come away with a shutout the first game of the season, which is nice. I think the couple times when players were beat, we had other players tracking back. The forwards did a great job. One thing that Chicago's always been good at and done well, I'm sure in preseason, is playing the give and goes and the little quick passes and then getting a quick shot off. We were able to force them wide with the shots, and when they did get a shot, we had numbers back in front of the goal, and Slobo again came up with the big saves when it was necessary.
Tony, of course, that one is history now, and now it's here at Baltimore tonight against a very good team, and neither of these clubs have changed very much since the playoffs. They've both added a couple of players. Your thoughts on the key for the Steamers to beat them like you did here in Game 1 of the playoffs last year?
Well, again, it's going to be one where we've got to depend on everybody doing their job. We know what we have to do. We've worked hard in practice all season and all preseason and all last week, and everyone knows what they have to do. Now it's just carrying it out on the field.
And, of course, you've got a little while before Sammy Bick comes back, but it seems like the defense is playing very well together right now with guys like Don Draghi stepping in and Tim Schultz doing a good job.
Yeah, I think, we played really well back there. Timmy and Don and Ty, when he had to come in when Timmy was hurt a little bit, everyone did the job back there, and again, we came away with a really good win. So,
Tony, keep up what you started the other night, and good luck against Baltimore.
Oh, thanks a lot, Bob.
All right, that's Tony Bellinger, and of course the head coach of the Steamers, Dave Clemens, knows how difficult it is to play in this place. Dave, Steamers are on a 2-game losing streak here. It's very loud, a lot of emotion, and of course they're still celebrating the championship here.
Oh, and rightly so. If we'd won the championship, we'd still be celebrating it too, Bob. But by the same token, when you analyze that championship series, the Steamers acquitted themselves very well, but Lady Luck wasn't with us. We had some, games where we should have won or had enough play and enough control of the game to win, just couldn't put the ball in the net. So by no means do we feel second best to these guys, and we'd love to spoil their home opener. We've been working hard at it this week, and that's our plan. We're going to try and upset them a little bit.
Obviously, with a guy like Tony Glavin sitting at home, you don't have the firepower you might have later in the season. But I know you feel you have a very good offensive team with Diego Pesa here for a whole season now, and Don Ebert getting better all the time, and he was injured a lot last year, and of course Ricky Davis hopefully healthy.
Well, we tried very hard last year not to make excuses of our injuries, and we had a whole bunch of them. And I think it paid off because everybody who was in the team and playing felt that they were the #1 guy in the job at that time. That's a basic philosophy I have, that sometimes you're going to lose players or they're going to be out for various reasons, and the guys who are in there have to do the job. So we've done that well in the past, and we'd like to continue to do it. People like Armando Betancourt, Ricky Davis, Don Ebert, Diego Pesa, we can list a lot of good goal-scoring players. The most important factor for us, though, is to have a good team effort. And when we play together and work hard as a team, we usually get good results.
Dave, for the benefit of the fans who were at the arena on Friday night and those tuned in tonight, whether radio or TV, your thoughts on the new rule with the penalties? I know it's something that's spurring a lot of controversy around the league right now, and we got a taste of what it was like to kill penalties the other night.
Well, we did have a directive from the league that coaches weren't allowed to comment on the 6 penalty rule or 6 foul rule, and
does it change your coaching much?
Oh, sure. We spent a lot of the time in the game against Chicago worrying about getting extra fouls, and The game is a game where there is some contact. The referee's there to control the game, and they do a reasonable job of it when it gets really rough. So I just don't see too much reason for this particular rule. But whatever the rules are, we'll work with them, we'll play with them, and that's the sort of philosophy the players are adopting. Whatever there is that we have to comply with, we'll comply with.
Dave, very quickly, what do you need to do to win tonight? What's the key?
Teamwork and hard work. It's a tight little arena. This is designed for indoor soccer from the point of view of its end-to-end stuff, partly because there is very little middle of the field. And we have to have our forwards thinking defense, and then when we have a possession, we want to keep that and have everybody thinking offense.
You've got to think offense when you play in Baltimore, Bob Burnett, but at the same time, you have to defend. They've got a lot of guns up front, and Mr. Stomenkovich makes a lot of things happen with his artistry with that soccer ball.
He certainly does. And when he's in the lineup, they'll play him as a single post, and they'll just run off of him, and their defenders are very good at scoring also. You know, Ray Kunovac, Mike Stankovic, and these guys coming from the back, Tim Whitman, they can really cause some problem. So we have to stay with him. He's going to score some goals, but we can't let him monopolize and intimidate us, so we lose men and go to him, and he lays it off, and they'll get 2 or 3 from the defenders. Then we could be in trouble.
Coach, I'm glad to be back here with you this year, and we're looking forward to a good one tonight.
Very much so. And again, we're going to get them.
All right, that's Bob Burnett. I'm Bob Carpenter. We're glad you're with us tonight for Steamer Soccer. The kickoff is coming up next. It's the Steamers against the league champion Baltimore Blast. And from Baltimore, this is St. Louis Steamer Soccer.
Time. It takes time to create quality. The quality taste of Budweiser. Time to select the choicest ingredients. For exclusive Beechwood aging, to brew the distinctively clean, crisp taste of Budweiser. Quality taste. That's what people want in a cold glass of beer. And this is the one they want. Somebody still cares about quality.
Fact, nothing works like a Chevy truck. Fact, your Metro Chevy dealers now have the most affordable truck prices in St. Louis. Fact, a full-size half-ton Chevy truck is priced $479 less than Ford F-150. Fact, Chevy S10 is priced $785 less than Ford Ranger. Now that you have the facts, it's all up to you. You can pay hundreds more for a Ford or pay hundreds less for a tough, dependable Chevy truck. The choice is yours. See your Metro Chevy dealers on both sides of the river.
It's time to pick another winner in the KD&L Dierberg's Great Grocery Giveaway, too. If this is your Social Security number, you have 30 minutes to call us at 768-0345 and win. To enter the Great Grocery Giveaway, send your name, address, and Social Security number to Great Grocery Giveaway 2, KD&L TV, 1215 Cole, St. Louis, 63106. Then watch and win. The next winning number will be announced from 10 to 10:30 p.m. during Sanford & Son. Make Channel 30 your choice and win.
Pardon, could you rate this song?
Sounds like a 98 to me.
How about this one?
Sweet dreams are made of these. That sounds like a 98 too.
And one more.
98.
You gave them all 98s.
That's because they're all on KY 98. 98 on your FM dial. Crispy critters. KY 98, adult music radio, because you rate a 98.
Well, this is a game a lot of folks have been talking about for a long time. St. Louis on the road for the first road game of 84-85 against the defending league champions Baltimore Blast. Bob, as far as I'm concerned, we've done a lot of talking about this game. It's about time to get down to action. It's a lot of pregame ceremonies here in Baltimore, but you know, they had a lot of them for the Baltimore Orioles last year too, and look at the season they had. So you got to forget about the championship once you get out on the field. It's a nice thing to do, but now Baltimore has to go about repeating, and we've seen in many different professional sports how difficult it is to achieve that.
I happened to catch the 5:30 news from the hotel, and Kenny Cooper was being interviewed, and he alluded to that, although he said that his team in preseason and this first ball game really came out with a lot of enthusiasm, and he was happy. They've got a problem that, I guess it's a good problem, but they have so many good ball players that they may have a problem of getting the right lines they need to get this early in the season, it could be to the Steamers' advantage. One thing distracting to the Steamers with all of the hoopla that they had for opening, we were out there in the dark for a good 5, 6, 7 minutes, and the Steamers came out to play and had to wait around. So I hope they give them a chance right now to kind of re-warm up and get ready for this ball game.
They've added some new seats to the Baltimore Civic Center. Their attendance capacity here is up to 12,453 now, so they can get a few hundred more folks into the building. Kenny Cooper, of course, has done an outstanding job here in Baltimore from not only a coaching standpoint, but a public relations standpoint as well. Baltimore, as you know, is, they consider it kind of a blue-collar type city, a hard-working place, and he's tried to make this team identify with that very concept, a hard-working team. And, Bob, they, of course, have some of the greatest skilled players in all of soccer, but they have never shied away from being an aggressive, hard-working team. And in regard to the 6-foul penalty rule that we talked about with Dave Clemens, and we talked about so much on our radio broadcast for the opener last week, his team is not going to play less aggressively. They were the leader in penalty minutes last year in the league, and they may do it again this year and just not worry about that 6 penalty rule. Now, from the other side, the Steamers were given a lot of penalties there, but they killed all 5 of the penalties against them and did a great job penalty killing.
The Steamers, with Don Draghi leading the way, who had 4 block shots. There were then 6 players that all had 1 block shot apiece, which says that they're really chasing, going after the ball, a lot of hustling. Baltimore is a physical ball club. They're going to be in trouble, and they're not going to change. You can't change as a defender. You've got to go out and be aggressive. You've got to get back and defend, and let what happens happen, Bob.
Steamers will go from right to left in their road blues. The Baltimore Blast in their home whites trimmed in gold and red will go from left to right. It'll be Slobo in goal for St. Louis, of course, coming off the first ever opening day shutout in MISL history and his 5th career whitewash, 2-0 over Chicago on Friday night. He was absolutely brilliant, especially in the second half. Don Ebert will start up front with Ricky Davis. They kick it off. Ebert wearing the captain's stripe because of Sammy Bick's absence. Daryl Duran, the midfielder, in front of Carl Rose and Tony Bellinger. Down the left wing it goes for Ebert. Ebes leaves it for Daryl Duran on the near boards. It's taken away there on a defensive play by Bern Holzenbein, who just came over to this club from Memphis like they needed more talent. Up ahead it goes, and leaving it there is Dave McWilliams. Back far, speedy Tim Whitman. Whitman is shot. It squirts through the Steamer penalty area. Carl Rose got a piece of it. Duran on the near boards comes away with it, and he gives it off for Carl Rose. So Baltimore, very quickly, a fast-breaking offensive team. They love to counterattack. Up the other side, it's Don Ebert back in midfield for Tony Bellinger. Tony on the near side for Carl Rose in the neutral area. Carl, number 2, at the red line against Bern Holzenbein. Faking. Holzenbein knocked it away, but Ricky Davis is right there to pick it up for St. Louis. Ricky has a man open left side. Ebert, first times it to Bellinger. Tony down the boards. Ricochets off the boards right to the goalkeeper, Scott Manning. Scott Manning was tremendous against the Steamers in the playoffs last year.
Baltimore right now to have strength at midfield.
Heinz Wirtz, an attacking defender at the right point now. Leaves it back of the red line. Bern Holzenbein, a veteran player. Down the right wing, in the corner, Tim Whitman. He's being watched there by Ricky Davis. And it's back out to midfield for Heinz Wirtz. At the red line, he backheels it. Up over the top, Wirtz can't reach it. Ebert chasing him. To the far boards it goes. Bellinger defending. They go back out on top to Holzenbein, and it's a nice steal by Davis. Ricky down the left, in on goal, a shot. He hit it high and wide. Ricky was in alone, but he was at a bad angle, and Scott Manning came out to cut it down. Ricky did not hit the ball well. This is Paul Kitson, very speedy, up the left side for Dave McWilliams. You've really got to watch Paul Kitson. He's maybe the fastest player in the league, along with Elson Seal, who is not signed at this time. And now for his first action is Stan Stomenkovich, number 10. On the right side, a shot, and Don Draghi kicked it out. Draghi blocked 4 shots against Chicago last week to lead the Steamers, and he just kicked out another one right there. He was our guest on the radio pregame show, and he's feeling very comfortable on that back line, Bob.
I'll tell you, Baltimore, up to their old tricks, are playing that 1 man up on top, and they're just playing a sweeper back there. Bern Holzenbein started out, and they're flooding the middle of the field with 3 midfielders. We've got to take the attack away from them, or they're going to run us crazy because they're really running off the ball.
A foul against Ray Kunovac as he dumped Diego Pace on the left side. Ty Keogh on to take the St. Louis free kick. Cacciatore in front with Diego. They try to go in front. Stamenkovic knocks it down. Pesa gets a touch. He was called for pushing off, either that or a hand foul, and it'll be a St. Louis foul. So each team has one foul in the first quarter of play. We're only 2 minutes and 25 seconds in. Bob Carpenter and Bob Burnett with you from the Baltimore Civic Center, and we're scoreless so far. Near boards, Stan Stamenkovic switches it far side for Mike Stankovic. He's a hard shooting guy, loves to play aggressively. Here comes the shot, deflected by Ty Keogh to the corner. Draghi clears it out, knocked back in by Pat Erkely, and now Keogh clears up in the air to midfield. Knocked back in. On the right wing corner, that is Stamenkovic in the corner. He gets away from Draghi, centers it. Slobo knocked it down, then a big save by Slobo off the foot of Stankovic. Now we have a foul in the corner, and it'll be a Baltimore free kick.
Boy, Mike Stankovic, he just took point-blank shot right at Slobo. Slobo came up with the save.
Now, a foul against Erkely, and 2 fouls against each team so far. I'll tell you one thing about Mr. Stamenkovic, Bob Burnett. He's going to create a lot of fouls on the opposing team because he can hold that ball in the corner. And if you get impatient with him, you're going to hurt yourself by fouling him.
We're going to have to match up with him strength for strength. I see they've got Don Draghi on him, and Don's just going to have to lean on him and try not to let him turn, but he's just tough.
Pat Erkely centers it. Carl Rose, a nice little back heel pass. Pass Stamenkovic to Slobo. Slobo throws it up the near boards. Juan Carlos Mejia got it back nicely to his goalkeeper, Scott Manning. Mejia, the league leader in penalty minutes last year. Mike Stankovic on the near side for Mejia. Juan Carlos leaves it back, and then he leaves. Coming on is Tim Whitman as Baltimore makes wholesale changes on the fly. Up the right side, it's Paul Kitson receiving it. He's being watched by Larry Hulser. Kitson at the right point, near side, tried to back heel it. Hulser got a piece of it. Holzenbein chips it to the right wing corner, knocked down there by McWilliams, the team captain. They jockey for it there. It rides the boards right across the goal mouth, and Tim Whitman fanned on the ball into an empty net. That would have been an easy goal. Here's Kitson a shot, and Slobo makes an easy save. Oh, brother. Tim Whitman missed it maybe by less than a foot. The net was empty, and it was almost 1-0 Baltimore.
Almost impossible angle. He played it across the mouth of the goal. We just have to hang in here tough and mark up real tight and get some momentum on our side because Baltimore has come out steaming.
Here's Holzenbein on the near side. A shot, and Slobo comes out to make the save. McWilliams was waiting on the doorstep, but Ilijevski took it away. Diego Pesa is limping badly and leaves. That's why Carl Rose is holding the ball. Pesa goes to the St. Louis bench. Bill Jennings, the trainer, will check on him, and the Steamers bring on Don Ebert to replace him. Carl Rose slowly at midfield ahead for Ricky Davis. Ricky against Heinz Wirtz, cuts it inside nicely, leaves it back for Hulser. Larry rolls it in. Rose trying to turn, does, but Kitson took it away from him, and Paul Kitson starts up the far side. Kitson across the red line. Nice ball for Holzenbein in front. What a save!
Great goal, great pass. Kitson started to play. He took the ball away from Rose. Made a good cross pass. One time right there. Had a good follow-up. Just a great effort. 3-play effort right in there.
The ball hit Tony Bellinger and then went into the net after Slobo made the save. Baltimore on top, 1-0. And from Baltimore, this is St. Louis Steamer Soccer.
Winter is coming fast, but you don't have to drive that old worn-out car any longer. This Friday and Saturday only, Jim Lynch Cadillac is offering you a chance of a lifetime to own a quality car for less than you ever dreamed possible. Our showrooms will be jammed with beautiful pre-owned cars for every need, at every budget, at liquidation prices. Luxury, economy, vans, and 4x4s all have been reduced and all must go. These cars are ready to roll and priced to sell this weekend only, and only at Jim Lynch Cadillac, I-270 and North Lindbergh.
Diego Pesa injured on the St. Louis bench, and Baltimore leads at 1-0. The goal by Dave McWilliams, his first of the year. Vern Holzenbein, his second assist. 5 minutes and 1 second, the time of the Baltimore goal that makes it 1-0. Ricky Davis shoved off the ball in midfield. Stamenkovic. Draghi working on him at the red line. Puts it down into the corner. Slobo out of his net. And a foul against Erkely for running into Slobo. Slobo was playing the ball, and Erkely was called for the foul, and he got the worst of the collision. They
both went for the ball, went very, very hard.
Third foul against Baltimore. St. Louis has been whistled down 2 times so far. Up the near side, it's Stankovic on the boards for Stamenkovic. Steamers, Tim Schultz does a good job of chasing him back onto midfield. This is Mike Stankovic on the left side for Juan Carlos Mejia. Mejia shooting. Slobo saved it, and then Schultz heads it out. So does Ricky Davis. On the near side, Ebert can't pull it down. It bounces to the boards, and Eves has it there at midfield. Plays it off for Draghi. Draghi has a man open right side, Daryl Duran. Daryl into the attacking zone, shooting in front. Oh, and Cacciatore had it knocked away by Kunovats just in time. Back to Scott Manning goes Juan Carlos Mejia.
Bob, we should put pressure on them in their defensive third. We can't let them build up slow. They like to play the ball wide to start with, and then they come opposite field. We've got to cut them off.
Baltimore down the right side at the point. Stamenkovic a shot and a goal. Slobo does not normally miss a shot like that. Stamenkovic got it right through him, and it's Baltimore 2-0.
That ball that Stan Stamenkovic hit had a little dip on it. Slobo couldn't get down. It went right underneath this right arm and right leg. He hit a good ball. You get those half volley balls.
It's the second goal of the year for Stamenkovic, 2-0 Baltimore. And from the Baltimore Civic Center, this is St. Louis Steamers soccer.
At Schnucks Photo Center, we know you want your pictures back in a hurry. So we give you clear, sharp pictures on quality Kodak paper in just 1 day. That's 1 day, or you get your pictures absolutely free. And now when you get your pictures developed at Schnucks, you'll get double prints. That's right. When you get 1 set of prints developed at Schnucks, you get a second set free. Share the extra set with a friend. Double prints in 24 hours, or you get your pictures free at Schnucks, the friendliest stores in town.
Dave Clemens has called a timeout here with 8:44 left in the first quarter of play. The second Baltimore goal scored by Stan Stamenkovic, his second of the year. Mike Stankovic, his first assist at 6:16. And Dave Clemens at the Steamer bench, Bob, obviously very upset. Steamers are not marking up right now, and I'm sure that's what he's telling them. They've got to be aggressive playing on the road, especially here in this building.
Every pass that a Baltimore Blast player makes, he will immediately go to space, which is causing problems for us defensively. And I'm talking about starting with the defenders. And they'll play the ball wide, and that's what you like to see even outdoors. Get that ball wide. That spreads it in the middle, and then those lanes open up, and that's what they're doing. And once they get that ball into the corner, they've got guys running from the back. Defensively, we've got to be tougher. That's all there is to it. And let's get on the attack. You know, we're just laying back and being intimidated, Bob.
Don't forget the Steamers have a couple of home games coming up. Tuesday night against Tacoma, and then a week from Saturday, November 17th against Cleveland. Kickoff 7:35. We'll tell you about the tickets and where you can get them to join the Steamers for home action coming up at the arena. Tony Bellinger with it after St. Louis took the kickoff. Daryl Duran down the right side. Paul Kitson back to Tim Whitman. Cacciatore chasing. Diego Pesa, good news, he's back on. Here's Bellinger at the left point. Tony looking inside. Right side, Duran. One touch and a shot. High and wide. Rebound, Bellinger. He can't get a shot. He was tripped up. Pesa, right corner for Tony. Bellinger centers it. Kitson puts it up in the air. Duran in the air for a header. He duels with Holzenbein and wins. Bellinger left side for Cacciatore. Here's Jeff in the corner looking to center. Ball knocked off of him by Kitson. It rolls harmlessly to Scott Manning. He distributes quickly right side. Holzenbein up the right wing, but Carl Rose had beaten McWilliams to the ball, and St. Louis controls. The fouls are 3-2 Baltimore at this point, but the score is 2-0 Baltimore. Carl Rose up the right side. Pesa had trouble trapping the ball, then had to knock it away from his man. Duran comes up with it from Bellinger. Darrow gives it up to Dave McWilliams. Tony takes it back away, and now Diego has it on the far side. Pesa lost his shoe, makes a pass with his sock to Carl Rose. He'll go to the bench, and coming on will be Don Ebert. Rose to Donnie on the far side. Ebert against Whitman. Ebert cuts it inside. Bellinger took it from him. Don Ebert's happy that Max Thompson isn't on the floor tonight. He's not dressed. He was the one that gave Don all kinds of headaches physically with bad fouls during the playoffs. Long throw by the keeper up over, no, it wasn't over 3 lines. I thought I heard a whistle. Midfield, Paul Kitson has it. Scott Manning put that ball right on the 3rd line and thus avoided the offside infraction. On the near side, Heinz Wirtz. Near boards for Bernd Holzenbein. Down the right corner for Dave McWilliams, working there against Carl Rose. Back at the point they go for Holzenbein. He goes quickly and slowly now across the red line. Burt switches it back over to this side for Tim Whitman. We have a whistle and a foul against St. Louis. It'll be a Baltimore free kick. 3 fouls against each team now, and they'll change sides with 6:48 left first quarter. That's Marty Templin officiating on the field. He's joined by Gino DiPolito here tonight, veteran officiating crew of the MISL.
Well, I'm sure Dave Clemens said that this game right here is going to get out of hand and be lost if we don't just pick up pace, especially defense. And that's what they're doing. It's effort right here. Going to make sure you're going to be goal side and you're going to win those loose balls. And we're going to have to run harder offensively off the ball and create some space.
Ty Keogh, nice ball for Ricky Davis. He was fouled from behind by Ernie Buriano. Buriano, a 6-year MISL veteran. They picked him up from Buffalo. Down the right side now, it's Tim Schultz, centers it. Davis, Ricky, a touch. Turns it back again. Almost got it by Machia. Ricky would have been all alone, but Machia just got a piece of it. Here comes Baltimore back the other way. Pat Ercole across the red line, left side. He'll shoot. It's wide, well to the right. Rebound on the near boards, controlled there by Mike Stankovic. He leaves it off for Stamenkovic. Up over the top, header, knocked away by Schultz, away from Machia, who takes a dive. Stankovic in the far boards against Ebert. Stankovic wheeling inside. Tim Schultz aggressively comes out to take it away. I like that way that Tim Schultz throws himself at that soccer ball. Here comes Pace at midfield. He took it away from Machia. Niego, right side, shooting it's wide. And I really believe, Bob, that because of this rule, the officials are letting more fouls go this year than they did last year.
And I was afraid of that, and I think that what could happen, and the game could really get out of hand.
There's Draghi knocking the ball away from Stamenkovic as they say play on. The Baltimore fans obviously upset, but it looked like a clean play by Draghi. The ball was well away before Stamenkovic went down. Here's Keogh down the left side. He's fouled by Stankovic, and now they're really going to be upset. That's foul number 5 against Baltimore. The Steamers are 1 away from a power play.
We got to take somebody on, one-on-one offensive. Let's force a foul. Force a foul, take on a defender, make him foul. Let's get that 6th foul.
Draghi's shot was blocked by Stamenkovic all the way back to Slobo. On the near side, Don Draghi. Down the left wing. His ball was taken away. Baltimore coming back the other way now. Stamenkovic in the right wing corner. Ty Keogh watches him. He centers it. On top of shot! Oh, what a save by Slobo. What a save by Slobo against Pat Ercole.
And their defenders push up and they get the ball dropped to them. They shoot the ball, and that's what we have to do. Our defenders shoot the ball and let it go off the glass, off the boards, get some deflection. Let's get it in. We can't force our way into the corners. Take the shots.
Here comes Heinz Wirtz across the red line. He shoots.
There it is.
Oh.
That's exactly what they're supposed to do. They get that ball dropped back to them when they're pushing up. They've got freedom right there, and he unloaded a good ball in that right corner. No fault to Slobo. You don't stop those kind. In fact, you don't even see them until you hear the net fluffing behind you.
Heinz Wirtz is one of the greatest attacking defenders in the league. We just saw why. What a shot. It's 3-0 Baltimore, and from the Civic Center, this is St. Louis Steamer Soccer.
This Bud's for everyone who's got what it takes to make his own breaks.
Are we on? This is Paul Martinez reporting to you from the International Airport.
Yeah, just for you. That distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
From the International Airport, this is Paul Martinez reporting.
Thank you, Paul, and welcome to the news team.
To Paul Martinez, my son.
Steamers prepare to kick off for the 4th time here tonight. Dave Clemens' team is down by a 3-0 score. Heinz Wirtz on the goal, his first of the year at 10:15. 3-0 Baltimore here in the first quarter.
They get off to a great start. We just have to come back. Now hang right in here. We've got to score the next goal.
Carl Rose down the right side, charging into the corner. High off the glass it comes. Manning out to dive and punch it away. It goes right to Paul Kitson. Bellinger fanned on it as Kitson had knocked it off the boards. Carl Rose slides it back in. Kitson has it on his own defensive end. Up the boards, first time pass. Back to him, but stolen away by Carl Rose from Heinz Wirtz. Rose for Ebert in front, and a goal!
That's it.
Don Ebert beautifully charging down the right side, and Carl Rose gave him a nice ball off the boards. Eaves is there for a typical Don Ebert rebound goal. His first of the year. The Steamers are on the board.
Carl Rose made a great play. He got the ball. He saw Donnie streaking down the right side. He put the ball in space and let Donnie run into it. Donnie played it off the boards well. One time right foot, hit it on it with the inside of the foot. Not too much power. He didn't want that. He wanted direction. That's the goal we wanted.
So only 38 seconds after Baltimore takes a 3-0 lead, Ebert and Rose team up, and the Steamers are on the board for the first time. That was a big pickup for this club. Down the right side, Kitson can't reach it. On is Tim Schultz for St. Louis. On the near boards, he dumps it up over the glass, intended for Hulser. And it'll be a kick in for Baltimore on the near side with 3:53 left in the first quarter of play. Bob Carpenter and Bob Burnett with you from the noisy Baltimore Civic Center. Hope you've heard what we've had to say so far, because we have not. It is very noisy in this building, better than 12,000 here, and it's a very small, compact little arena. Kind of reminds me of Kiel Auditorium in St. Louis. Around the boards it goes in front. Slobo, a save, and then the rebound was knocked down. Don Draghi again making a great block in front. His keeper was down, and he may have saved one. Boy, Draghi's played well. Now Manning on the far side for Whitman. Baltimore escaping. Here's Kitson. They got a man open. McWilliams down the middle. Kitson didn't see him quickly enough. Kitson against Hulser. Larry bumped him. That'll be the third St. Louis foul of the period. If the Steamers can get Baltimore to commit one more foul here in the last 3:30, they'll get a power play and maybe a chance to get back to within a goal. It's Schultz being watched by McWilliams. Tim Schultz back to goalkeeper Slobo on the near side. He looks now. He goes to Schultz straight ahead. Schultz and Draghi on defense. Up to the midfielder, Daryl Duran against Tim Whitman. Duran whacks it in diagonally, knocked out of there by Heinz Wirtz. Schultz knocks it back in. McWilliams has a breakaway and on goal, but Slobo is there to grab it. Ball was too far out ahead. Slobo down the left side, just couldn't get the ball quickly enough to Diego Pesa. At midfield, Draghi, or rather Schultz, knocks it down on the left side for Draghi. Draghi, left corner, Pesa, Diego against Heinz Wirtz right there. Pesa scored the Steamers' first goal of the season against Chicago 6 nights ago. Around the boards it goes, and Cacciatore is called for a foul. It'll be a Baltimore free kick.
I was hoping they'd play that ball to Catch or Diego up on top and let them try and beat that defender so the defender can foul. We need that 6th foul. That would help us, Bob, get that power play goal while we're still in that first quarter.
2:25 left before we move on. Redmond Lane on for his first St. Louis appearance tonight. He's on a line with Armando Betancourt, who also steps on. Bellinger steals in midfield. Here comes Tony around one guy, and then Whitman and Stamenkovic teamed up to take it away. Here comes Stamenkovic with Stankovic to his left. Tries to weave it through there. Draghi took it away. Here's Betancourt down the left side. A chance for a break. And Kunevats was all over him, but Armando rolls it right to the goalkeeper. Armando has to learn that you have to angle that ball off the boards away from the goalkeeper. You don't want to hit it on goal. I thought Kunevats was going to foul him, and I think Armando did too. And he kind of let up a little bit expecting a whistle, and then it was too late. Down the left side, Machia. Diagonal pass. Great ball, Urkeley. A shot, and right there to block it was Redmond Lane from a bad angle. Armando Betancourt trying to clear it out. On the near boards, Betancourt doing battle with Machia, and then Kunevats goes all the way back to his goalkeeper, Scott Manning. 1:30 left, first quarter. Baltimore leads at 3-1.
Bob, we've been caught up 3 times out of this quarter ball watching. We're looking at the ball and leaving our man alone simply because they're moving it so well. We get a little nervous on defense, but you have to play the man first. That's paramount.
Draghi stops one man and then two. Ahead for Betancourt. It's 2-on-3. Betancourt can't get a shot. Juan Carlos Machia jumped in, and that'll be the 6th foul of the first quarter and a 2-minute penalty against the Baltimore Blast.
He had to call it. Betancourt was trying to take 3 men on, but he got by one, tried to sandwich between the other 2, and one of the defenders hooked his leg, and he went down. It had to be called. There was a free ball there. He tried to go for it. The defender that was down. Controversial, but to our favor. Now let's take advantage of it. You know, Bob, last time we played Baltimore, which was last year, and we were on their power play situation, if they do the same thing, they really chase out in front. The guy that plays a point for them, he really will put pressure on Duran and force him back and force our wing players wide. So we're going to have to release quick to the side and then play down in the corner. They're not going to sit back and let us come at them unless they change their tactics.
Steamers are 0 for 3 on the power play this year. Baltimore 1 out of 1. At least they've given up 1 power play goal in 1 attempt. So the Steamers on the power play. Davis is shot more! Ricky Davis, a bullet from Daryl Duran. That took 2 seconds, folks. That took 2 seconds on the power play.
Well, that breaks their defensive theory. When we make one pass to the left and Davis cranks it first time, well, the keeper, he was still looking at the official, and it was all over with. Boy, what a great shot. Beautiful.
41 rather. Check it, 14:51 the time of the goal. 13:51, I'm all messed up here, but Ricky Davis wasn't messed up as he put a ball to the far corner. What a bullet by Ricky Davis.
Boy, those half volley balls, if you catch them right as he did, they are screamers. Beautiful.
Daryl Durant on the assist. Baltimore back the other way quickly. It's a 3-2 game now. That was Durant's first assist of the year. He was one of the Steamers' best assist men last year. Boy, it's great to see Ricky get off to a good start as well. Davis in his own defensive end, fighting off a check there, gets it on the near side for Bellinger. So the Steamers, for the first time this year, cash in on the 6-foul penalty. 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Ebert and Davis hitting here in a span of less than 3 minutes. Carl Rose clears it away from Dave McWilliams. Back to Scott Manning it goes with 30 seconds remaining. Tim Whitman, neutral area, left side. Ricky Davis fronting him. Davis just deflects it back down the floor. Baltimore seemingly a little disorganized now. Dave Clemens was very angry with the first 10 minutes of this quarter, but he's been happy for the last 5. Whitman, long ball up the floor, Slobo up to grab it. 10 seconds remaining. Steamers would be very happy here to be down by just 1 after a quarter of play. Oh, the defender, Heinz Wirtz, back to the goalkeeper, Manning. And Manning had to go high to pull it down, else it would have been an own goal. That is the end of the first quarter of play. It's been a very interesting one. It's 5 goals in the net so far. At the end of 1 quarter of play, it's Baltimore 3 and the Steamers 2. And from the Baltimore Civic Center, this is St. Louis Steamers Soccer.
I'm an expert at what I do.
And so am I. But when it comes to personal finance, we both look to Anheuser-Busch Employees Credit Union.
Our credit union offers total service with interest-paying checking, savings, the daily interest fund.
Loans, Visa and MasterCard at below market rates. And all accounts are federally insured.
Anheuser-Busch Employees Credit Union. In a complicated financial world, it's the intelligent difference.
A good builder knows the tricks of the trade. First, you buy a McDonald's Happy Meal. Get one of 4 Lego building sets and build one of 4 toys. A truck, a helicopter, a tanker, an airplane. And then you combine sets, and you collect more sets. And the more sets you collect, the more exciting toys you can build.
4 McDonald's Happy Meal boxes, each featuring a different Lego building set. You get one when you buy your child a Happy Meal. Regular hamburger or cheeseburger with regular fries and soft drink.
Look what I built! Kid, I think you're gonna do all right.
You know the feeling. Not a thing to wear. Well, ladies, Dollar General has the answer. A whole wardrobe of great casual styles for just $5 each.
$5 each?
That's right. Fashion jeans and sweaters, colors, cuts, and styles you'll love. Enough outfits to fill your entire closet for only $5 each. Right now at your Dollar General store, and you're looking great.
Now you can enjoy the Post-Dispatch all day long. Your business day begins with expanded stock market reports and financial news. Linger over lunch with more feature columnists and articles. Keep up on sports with more coverage and scores. And relax in the evening with a commentary page which looks at both sides of the issues. Fresh to you every morning. Stays fresh all day long. The Morning Post-Dispatch. We start a new day. Spend it with us.
We welcome you back to the Baltimore Civic Center. We're in a better mood than we were about 5 minutes ago. Bob Carpenter along with Bob Burnett. It was 3-0 Baltimore after 10:15 of the first quarter on goals by Dave McWilliams, Stan Stamenkovich, and Heinz Wirtz. And then Don Ebert got things going off a great pass from Carl Rose with his first of the year at 10:53. A 6-foul penalty at 13:49. And just an eyelash later, the clock said 2 seconds, but I'm not sure it took that long. Ricky Davis from Daryl Durant's free kick. 3-2 game. Coach, your impressions of the first half. First quarter, that is.
Baltimore came out very, very quickly. It's their home opener. As I said, there was a lot of hoopla. Steamers had to stand around 10-12 minutes after they once hit the floor in the dark. We weren't ready to play, as you could well hear and see. But from the point of them scoring that third goal, we made up our mind that we were going to do a couple things. One, we were going to mark up tighter. We were not going to ball chase, and we start playing the ball from the back. And that's the key. Rose made the run forward. He played it out into space. Just picked up our pace and effort and made up our mind we're going to take the ball away. They're a great club, and we just have to ball hawk and be on them all the time, Bob.
No other games in the MISL tonight. Tomorrow's Tacoma's at Minnesota, Cleveland at Dallas, and then a great one they'll have here Sunday when Cleveland comes in here to play Baltimore. That should be a cracker. Steamers going from right to rather left to right as they kick it off here. Up on the far boards, chasing it for Baltimore is Pat Ercole against Don Draghi. Ercole in the corner, Draghi and Cacciatore defending. Draghi pushes off. That'll be a foul against St. Louis. Steamers only committed 4 fouls in that first quarter. In the first quarter the other night, they were whistled down for a 6-foul penalty only 9 minutes and 49 seconds into the game. Played in front, Mejia tries to deflect it on goal, and Tim Schultz fought him off. Slobo controls. He looks and rolls up the right side for Draghi. Slobo can throw the ball better this year than he could last year. His arm is feeling better. Ball headed back to the boards, almost into the net. Oh, cleared out by Kunovac just in time. Baltimore almost gave the Steamers a goal there. Cacciatore centers in front. Pesa couldn't reach it. Now Niego picks it up, shoots it weakly on goal, and Manning fumbles it again, but comes up with it. Things a little bit disorganized out there right now defensively for the Baltimore Ball Club. And of course, the other team has something to do with that. The Steamers were a bit disorganized early. That's because of the great play of Baltimore offensively. Long ball up the left side from Ty Keogh to Niego Pesa. Now Ty supports as Niego goes to the left wing corner. Taken off the ball. Knocked away. Pesa got it back, but hands it right to Mike Stankovic. Stankovic, right side for Pat Ercole in the neutral zone. Near side it comes. He cuts to his right away from Cacciatore. Fakes a couple of shots. Now he goes left side behind Juan Carlos Mejia. Cacciatore got a piece of it. It's up over the glass, and it'll be a Baltimore kick in on the near side. A minute 26 into the second quarter. We'll take a timeout. Baltimore on top 3-2, and this is St. Louis Steamers soccer.
If you've been dreaming of catching a part of the St. Louis Steamers action, don't be left in the fog. Schnucks can make your dream come true. Register today at Schnucks to be an honorary ball boy or girl at one of the Steamers' home games. To enter, write in 25 words or less why you'd like to see the Steamers in action. If selected, you'll receive 4 tickets to a game, a souvenir soccer ball, a photo taken with your favorite player, and more. Catch the thrill of Steamers soccer. Register today at Schnucks, the friendliest stores in town.
Bob Carpenter along with Bob Burnett back at the Baltimore Civic Center. It's a 3-2 game, second quarter action. Baltimore a left wing kick in near the corner. Vern Holzenbein will take it. Don Ebert deflected it away, and then it came back to Holzenbein, who hit it on goal, and Slobo throws it up the left side quickly now for the breaking Don Ebert. Ebes leaves it back for Hulser. Larry has to let us Baltimore player go by before he can try to control, and now Paul Kissin gives it back for Heinz Wirtz. Wirtz up over 2 lines in the attacking zone. McWilliams don't want to let this guy turn on goal. Back to Wirtz at the point, chips it across, and Bellinger makes the easy play. Davis turns away from his man. Steamers have a 3-on-2. Here's Hulser down the left side in front, deflected away. Good defensive play by Tim Whitman, who comes up with it, and he puts it into the St. Louis bench.
We're doing the things that we have to do now. We're coming out, we're running the 3 lanes in there on that fast break transition, and then we're trying to play that ball streaking to the right or left side, hitting someone wide. Larry Hulser, that's what he had to do. Either take him on quickly or deliver the shot as he did to the left side, hoping for the rebound.
Tony Bellinger rolls it in the right side for Ebert. Donnie leaves it for Hulser, who whacks it into the crowd, trying to bank it hard off the glass on goal. And it'll be a goal kick or a kick in for Baltimore. We'd like to say hello to a couple of folks back in the St. Louis area helping us out tonight. Our in-house producer back at KDNL TV 30 is Andy Davenport, and Mac Chamblin handling things for us back at WMRY FM 101. A pleasure again to be associated with those fine folks on Channel 30, and we're happy to have FM 101 aboard with us this year for St. Louis Steamers soccer. 12 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second quarter. Heinz Wirtz, long ball up the right side. Running onto it is Vern Holzenbein up over the glass off his foot, and St. Louis will have a kick in. And Coach, the first quarter we had end-to-end action. Now things are a little bit different as both teams are playing more long balls, and that might be a sign that they're having trouble getting their second wind here after that furious first quarter.
Very good pace. I think the big difference, again, Steamers playing a little better defense, plus the fact, offensively, we're starting to run. And, you know, when you have people running off the ball defensively, you get a little cautious. You can't take the chances you did, as they did, for early in the ball game.
Here's a good ball from Carl Rose to Ebert. Donnie turning, and a shot was blocked. Duran left side for Davis. Ricky looking to back his man in. Now a shot. That was blocked. Now he gets the rebound. Deflected right to Manning off the foot of Bernd Holzenbein. Good aggressive second and third effort by Don Ebert and Ricky Davis. That's going to be a great line if they can stay healthy this year. Heinz Wirtz on the far side. Back on this side for Tim Whitman. He's against Tony Bellinger one-on-one. Out in the middle, it's Holzenbein. Left side, McWilliams. First touch soccer for Whitman. Under 12 minutes left in the second quarter. Things are slowing down a bit. Now they go back into the defensive end for their goalkeeper, Scott Manning. He gets it back from Heinz Wirtz. Ebert chasing, as is Bellinger. They force it to the other side for the defender, Wirtz, who will push up the boards now. Diagonal ball, top of the penalty area for McWilliams. He leaves it there for Holzenbein. Back on top to Wirtz. One touch to his right. Tried to get a shot. Redmond Lane knocked it away from him. Into the crowd on the far side. Who did it hit last? I guess it hit the Baltimore player because they've given the Steamers the kick in at midfield. So a good aggressive play by Redmond Lane.
Bob, we can't let a Dave McWilliams or a Stan Semenkovich camp there at the arc or on that penalty mark. We've got to be up on them tight and kick at their heels. We're giving them too much space. If you let him get the ball and turn, now he's got 2 or 3 options. So we've got to get to them quickly and not let them turn. That's very, very important.
Tim Schultz from Draghi on the near side now for Daryl Duran. Duran with his first assist of the season here tonight on that spectacular Ricky Davis free kick. On top for Redmond Lane. He ran out of space as Stamenkovich took it away. On the far boards, Daryl Duran just clipped it away from Stan Stamenkovich. Up the right side, Schultz on the boards for Betancourt. Machia all over him. Betancourt trying to get inside. Machia took it away, but Armando keeps control. Armando's a big guy. He can handle himself out there. He's 6'1", 175. Into the penalty area it goes. Redmond Lane claiming that Scott Manning was outside the area when he grabbed the ball. Referee said play on.
Beautiful.
Oh, look at the slide tackle by Tim Schultz. Here he comes back the other way. 3-on-3. Schultz, top of the area. Can't get a shot. Leaves it there. Betancourt scores!
Boy.
Armando Betancourt, his first goal as a Steamer, and it's a 3-3 game. What a play at midfield by Tim Schultz to set it all up.
Man, he timed that slide tackle well, and then he got the ball. He made a defender come out. We got a break. It came back to Betancourt, and he didn't hesitate, and that's what you have to do indoors. He hit a good left foot shot. Great ball, tied it up. Momentum's going our way, Bob.
4:16 the time of the goal. The Steamers have scored 3 straight goals, and it's a tie game here in Baltimore. And this is St. Louis Steamer soccer.
You want to win, you got to practice stopping Sarinsky. Murphy, you're Sarinsky. You dog me, Sarinsky.
You guys getting the hang of this?
Bring out your best. Your best deserves the best.
Bud Light.
The less filling light beer with a first name and taste.
Sarinsky's got some moves, huh?
Armando Betancourt on the board for the first time in the MISL. And the Steamers on the assist by Schultz, his first, have tied things up here. 4:16 of the second quarter. Slobo out of his net, and that'll probably be a foul from behind on Ty Keogh. Ty got the attacking player, Stankovic, just in time. Stamenkovich. Machia off the boards in front. Weak shot. Slobo will pick that one up. And Slobo will look downfield now. He'll give it straight ahead for Tony B. Bellinger over the red line. Up the far side. Stamenkovich all over him. Don Draghi at the midfield area. Right side for Niego on the near board. Stankovic watches him. Draghi deflects it back in. Cacciatore hustling and bustling with it. Trying to play it through. It comes loose on the near boards, and Baltimore Stamenkovich, or rather Urkely, controlling there. Ty Keogh comes in to whack it on goal, and Manning had to go up high to grab it. We told you about the Steamer tickets. Just a few minutes from now, we'll tell you when we get a break in the action where you can get them for the Tuesday night game at the arena. St. Louis will take on those Tacoma Stars on Tuesday night, 7:20 our airtime on radio, 7:35 our kickoff. Midfield foul on Draghi. He came up limping, but he's still on. On the far side, Bellinger tries to steal. Draghi clears to midfield. Here comes Tony up the left side, angling in toward the middle at the red line. Fights off a check by Ercole. Bellinger has a man open at the point. Keogh is shot across the goal mouth wide, and Kunevich clipped it out of there. Cleared up the field over 2 lines for Stamenkovic. He is one-on-one with Carl Rose. Stamenkovic to his left, tried to feed it through there, and Ty Keogh doubled up on him beautifully to make the block. Stamenkovic in the corner, centers it. Slobo just got a piece of it. In front, Cacciatore will clear it away. Boy, that Stamenkovic is a heap of trouble. On the near side, Carl Rose in the midfield area for St. Louis. Midfield circle, Ty Keogh. Slowly up. Angles it left corner, Niego. Tried to turn and whack it off the boards for Davis. Got his own rebound and got a shot off, but it was blocked at the defense. Here's Carl Rose at midfield. Knocks it back in, up over the top of Davis, and Scott Manning picks it up. Straight ahead he goes. Heinz Wirtz at the red line. Got it back from Mick Williams. Circling back in his own defensive end.
Much better job of matching up. Steamer's doing a good job talking to one another, pointing out, getting on the men right away, getting in behind the ball.
Heinz Wirtz back to Tim Whitman in midfield. Whitman on the far boards for Paul Kitson, who just stepped on. He's over the red line. Speedy Paul Kitson against Carl Rose. Kitson with the outside of his foot to the right wing corner. McWilliams hustling there against Hulser, trying to center it. Larry took him down. No penalty, but a foul. Number 4 on the Steamers in this period. Baltimore has 0. Up over the top. Whitman fanned on the shot, and Bellinger clears it down the floor.
Next time we get a matchup in there, we get Tony Bellinger against Stan Stamenkovic. We ought to play Bellinger. We win the ball. Quick transitions. Stamenkovic having trouble getting back. We could have Tony go in unmarked.
Tickets for the St. Louis Tacoma game. We'll tell you about that in a moment. We'll take a timeout. 8:10 left. It's a 3-3 game, and from Baltimore, this is St. Louis Steamers soccer.
At Woodrum Oldsmobile, we'll save you $200 on a new Olds. And any way you look at it, $200 is $200. Woodrum Oldsmobile, 19th and Madison, Granite City.
Fred Sanford does say what's on his mind.
Fred Sanford, you sure got something new. Wait a minute, that's good. Hey, everybody, look. Don't we make a nice couple? King Kong and the Bride of Frankenstein.
Sanford and Son, weeknights at 10, Channel 30's your choice.
Bob Carpenter, Bob Burnett. Baltimore Civic Center, 3-3 second quarter, 8:10 remaining. Steamers with the soccer ball. Slobo has it at midfield after a pass from Carl Rose. Up the right side, Ebert tries to head it down for Davis. Heinz Wirtz there to take it away. And Scott Manning rolls it right side for Paul Kitson. Carl Rose chases him back in. Ebert chasing the keeper now, who dumps it to midfield. Vern Holzenbein back to Kitson. Steamers are forechecking and marking fiercely all over the floor. Kitson went down to midfield. Ebert helps him get up, and Ricky Davis, after a steal, comes his own way. Davis up the middle, leaning into Wirtz, getting around him. He's knocked down, and that will be nothing. They call nothing.
Oh, my goodness.
Play on, they say. It had to be a foul, and I thought maybe a penalty, but they said play on. 7:25 left as Rose kicks one out. Well, what can you do?
Just play it.
Keep on playing.
That's right. Keep doing the same thing, Ricky.
Vern Holzenbein at the midfield circle for Baltimore. Up over the left side, off the boards for McWilliams. McWilliams clips it up into the air. Tim Schultz cuts him off to take it away. I like the way Timmy Schultz has played defense here tonight. Back in the penalty area, Slobo has it, throws it up over 2 lines. It just hit that 3rd line in time. Ebert in the corner, double team there by Holzenbein at Whitman, and Holzenbein turned it back to the goalkeeper. Near side, McWilliams leaves it in the middle for Heinz Wirtz at his own defensive red line with 6:45 left second quarter. Vern Holzenbein across midfield. Tony Bellinger watching him. He goes left side on the boards for Tim Whitman. Holding it there. Back on top for Holzenbein. Kitson, little back heel pass. Tried to get a little 1-2 pass to Dave McWilliams, who was going to bust through, but McWilliams never made his move to the goal. Steamers up the near side. Betancourt receives it there. At the right point, inside Redmond Lane. Trying to get it toward the net. In the right wing corner, centers it. Headed out of there by Ercole. Great ball, though, by Redmond Lane. If somebody would have been open, it would have been an easy header. Down the middle, Ercole from Stamenkovic. Draghi knocks him off the ball. Redmond Lane comes away with it on the near boards, and he is fouled. That's the first Baltimore foul of the second quarter.
We're winning those 50-50 balls. So important, so critical. A lot of hustle out there. Redmond Lane. What a great fireman for us.
Slobo at midfield on the near side for Draghi. Donald in the corner. In front, Betancourt couldn't reach it. Whitman just got it back to the goalkeeper, Manning, in time. He throws it up left side for Stankovic. to the St. Louis red line. Stankovic at the left side, in the middle now, faking and shooting. Way high and wide with his left foot. All the way out to midfield. It rebounds for Juan Carlos Mejia. Ray Kunovats there against Jeff Cacciatore. Back to the goalkeeper, Manning it goes. Scott Manning. He can't get it. Cacciatore still hounding him as they play a little one-touch keep away down there. Right side, Stamenkovic. Across the red line, coming to the near side. He just kind of tiptoes along that red line and then makes his move in. Mejia, a shot, got behind Slobo, and then Draghi headed it away. And Bellinger back to Slobo, another anxious moment in the St. Louis penalty area. Don Draghi on the far side, got away from one man. Betancourt lets him go by. Draghi, bad angle, shooting, high and wide. Duran, the rebound in front, and Cacciatore fanned on the ball. Draghi, far corner, gives it back on top to Niego. Pesa, top of the penalty area, looking for a chance to shoot. Can't get one. Back heels it, Bellinger. Tony, left side for Draghi. Draghi made a great run down the left side a moment ago. In the corner, knocked off the ball there. Play on, they say. Cacciatore steals, loses the ball back to Urquhart, and then steals it back from Mike Stankovic, and then goes right around him. Cacciatore, right side, centers it. Deflected, Diego!
Oh, hit the post, Bob.
He hit the underside of the crossbar. Here comes Baltimore back the other way. Steamers should have taken the lead, but were unlucky that time. Bellinger taken away there by Stan Stamenkovic in midfield. He slides it away from Pesa, who goes up over the top. Bodies flying here in Baltimore. Urquhart, right side. Left side he goes for Stamenkovic. Stan out on top for Juan Carlos Mejia. Urquhart against Duran. Guerrero knocked it back out to the point as Urquhart tried to turn it toward the goal. Mejia, left point for Ray Kunovats. Out on top, Juan Carlos Mejia. Baltimore playing great control, ball possession soccer here. Just as we say that, Carl Rose takes it away. Pesa down the right side. Diego looking for a shot from the right point. Goes to his left for Duran. Darrell, 2 and 3 touches now. Takes a shot. Juan Carlos Mejia blocked it. And we're going to get some kind of penalty against Baltimore. I think Mike Stankovic for doing something to Jeff Cacciatore. It looked like Stankovic fouled Cacciatore away from the ball, Bob Burnett.
I did not see it. I was watching Gerald Duran trying to move in and get the shot off. I didn't see what. He must have been holding Jeff.
Tickets for the Steamers in Tacoma available at the Arena box office, Famous Bar Ticketmaster, Team Togs and tickets at Regal Sports, and Dial Tix at 644-1700, MasterCard, Visa, and if you have an income like Bob Burnett, American Express is accepted this year at Dial Tix, 644-1700. The Steamers in Tacoma kick off 7:35 at the Arena Tuesday night, and the Steamers are back on the power play on a penalty against Mike Stankovic.
Let's have the same play we had before. Just put it to Davis, let him shoot.
Duran, his shot deflected on the far side. Steamers 1 for 4 on the year in power plays. It's Duran, the top man. Davis left, Pesa right at the points. Here's Niego. In front is Carl Rose and Don Ebert. Pesa a shot. Juan Carlos Mejia turned his back on it and knocked it up into the crowd.
Juan Carlos Mejia, he's going to have to really move out. He's got a double person to cover in there with Ricky Davis on one side. Just as I said that, Ricky got a three-pointer for us. I thought sure that was going to be on.
It'll be a Baltimore goal kick with 1:32 left in the Baltimore penalty and 2:54 left in the first half of play. Coming up for you folks at halftime, you folks on radio will join us for our first half recap. And then, of course, the latest in news, weather, and sports from the studio of 101 FM. And you folks with us on Channel 30, we'll have some first half highlights for you, as well as our Budweiser Sports Break with Jim Duff back at our studio in St. Louis. Baltimore killing the penalty. They have not killed one yet this year. They're 0 for 2 penalty killing. Long ball down the right side. Tim Whitman takes a dive. Play on, says the official. And Carl Rose sets it up for Darrell Duran. We don't see Carl Rose up front on the power play too often.
He plays the Niego Pesa. Pesa has to look for Ebert.
He's replacing Timmy Walters in the power play. Timmy back home with the flu. Did not make the trip. Neither did Duncan McEwen, who's had an injury, or Sammy Bick, who will be back shortly. Those will be 3 guys we'll welcome back, although the team's playing very well in their absence right now. Duran left side for Davis. Carl Rose in the corner, holding it there. Somebody's got to be open. Ooh, nice little back heel from Ricky to Daryl Duran. Back to Davis, left point. One touch. Wheels it through there. Oh, Ebert just couldn't get enough of it. Scott Manning was confused by the bouncing ball, almost ran into the goalpost, and then he and Ebert collided. He managed to make the save. Davis, right side for Pesa. In the corner, Ebert on goal, bad angle, and Manning punches it away. Tim Whitman clears it down the floor, and Slobo picks it up with 25 seconds left in the power play. Daryl Duran on top, shooting, and that one's blocked by Heinz Wirtz. Here's Niego. He shoots. One goal. Save. Throws the rebound in front. Davis' shot. He hit it wide. Pesa! Into the crowd. Oh, what a flurry.
That's the way to move the ball on that power play. They did not score, but great effort in the right position. Great follow-up. Had 3 great shots at him.
That is why, my folks, is why indoor soccer is a coming sport in America. I don't think you have anything more exciting than a flurry like that. 10 seconds remaining on the power play. Boy, that second shot just missed going in.
Movement of the ball by the Steamers is so much better.
I think Scott Manning took a few bumps on that flurry. The penalty is over. Here's Ricky Davis for St. Louis. To his left, and a shot up into the stands. It'll be a goal kick for Baltimore with 1:18 left. Bob, the important thing now is you've only got 1:18 left before halftime. You've got all the momentum. You've come from behind to tie. Don't give up a goal now.
Well said, Bob. That's exactly what has to happen. Either we score or we go in 3-3. Baltimore came out quickly. They're a little bit on the ropes now. We should have had 4, maybe 5. But it's our ball game at this point.
Scott Manning in control for the Baltimore Blast. They are 0-1 on the year. They lost at Pittsburgh in their opener, 4-3. Steamers, of course, with the opening shutout against Chicago. Manning up over the top. Holzenbein left side. McWilliams miskicked it. Ty Keogh far side for Redmond Lane. Redmond back in the defensive area for Ty Keogh, near side for Don Draghi. Less than a minute left in the first half of play. We're tied at 3. Draghi ahead for Armando Betancourt. Betancourt out hustled by Kitson there momentarily. Keogh heads it in, knocked out of there by Holzenbein into the Baltimore bench. St. Louis will kick it in. Marty Templin, the official, is going to make Ty Keogh retake the kick. Marty Templin, of course, from St. Louis on the officiating crew tonight, joined by Gino DiPolito. Ty Keogh up over the top. Holzenbein knocks it away. He's got it at his own red line with 40 seconds left. Long ball on goal, but too tall over the glass. He thought he'd catch Slobo snoozing out there a little bit. Into the crowd it goes. It'll be a St. Louis goal kick.
You and I both came up off our seats on that one. That looked awfully close from up here.
Bob, I like the 84-85 Steamers so far.
Excellent. Especially from the back, coming forward. Ty Keogh looks like he's 100% physically and just doing very, very well. Don Draghi playing some good soccer. Tim Schultz, great addition. Plays good defense, gives us some good balls, as we said in the pregame. Boy, Armando Betancourt in there. He's big and strong, and he plays well with his back to the goal. They have to honor him.
And you're tuned into St. Louis Steamer Soccer on KDNL TV 30 St. Louis, WMRY 101 FM East St. Louis. Long ball into the penalty area from the left wing. Draghi knocks it away. 10 seconds remaining as the Steamers cleared out. Look out here. Wirtz left side for Kitson. 5 seconds left. Kitson in the corner. They center it, and there's Timmy Schultz to knock it away. And that is the end of the first half of play. Outstanding job coming back by the St. Louis Steamers. At the end of the first half, with the score, Baltimore Blast 3, the St. Louis Steamers 3. This is St. Louis Steamers Soccer. And for you folks with us on KDNL TV Channel 30, stay tuned next. Jim Duff is standing by. He'll have for you the halftime Budweiser Sports Break.
A good builder knows the tricks of the trade. First, you buy a McDonald's Happy Meal. Get one of 4 Lego building sets and build one of 4 toys. A truck, a helicopter, a tanker, an airplane. And then you combine sets, and you collect more sets. And the more sets you collect, the more exciting toys you can build.
4 McDonald's Happy Meal boxes, each featuring a different Lego building set. You get one when you buy your child a Happy Meal. Regular hamburger or cheeseburger with regular fries and soft drink.
Look what I built! Kid, I think you're gonna do all right.
Hi, I'm big-hearted Bob D. from Alton Toyota Dodge. Here to tell you about the stupendous super sticker. Here to tell you about the stupendous... Who wrote this? We've got over 50 Toyotas on our lot, including this new Camry. Like this Toyota pickup for only $49.95 plus dealer prep. So come see us at Alton Toyota Dodge, where $1 down and your good credit can put you in a new car or truck.
The 1984-85 NHL season is underway, and KDNL-TV Channel 30 is your choice for exciting St. Louis Blues hockey. Be here Friday, November 9th, when the Blues battle the Philadelphia Flyers. Dan Kelly and Ken Wilson will bring you the action live beginning at 6:30 p.m. Don't miss this exciting matchup. Friday at 6:30. Make Channel 30 your choice and watch the Blues go for it.
Pardon? Could you rate this song?
Sounds like a 98 to me.
How about this one?
Sweet dreams are made of these. That sounds like a 98 too.
And one more.
98.
You gave them all 98s.
That's because they're all on KY 98. 98 on your FM dial. Crispy critters. KY 98, adult music radio, because you rate a 98.
It's Sports Break with Jim Duff.
Good evening. Welcome to Sports Break. We're at halftime of the Steamer-Baltimore game. Let's update that score for you. Good game right now from Baltimore. Steamers, Baltimore tied 3-all at the half. Don Ebert, Ricky Davis, and Armando Betancourt have the St. Louis goals. The big news in sports today, the baseball free agent draft. When all was said and done, the biggest catch in the draft wasn't Bruce Sutter or Rick Sutcliffe. It was somebody who goes by the name of Rainbow. The most popular player in today's baseball re-entry draft, Chicago Cub pitcher Steve Trout. He posted a 13-7 record this past season and was selected by 17 teams. Meanwhile, Trout's teammate, Cy Young Award winner Rick Sutcliffe, was picked by only 8 ball clubs. Apparently, many teams were scared off by his asking price. That same situation exists for Cardinal free agent Bruce Sutter. He was chosen today by only 6 clubs. And Oakland A's slugger Dave Kingman didn't fare well at all in today's free agent draft. Only the Pittsburgh Pirates chose the home run hitting Kingman. Of the 56 ball players on the list, only 19 were selected by 4 more clubs. Meanwhile, there's been a coaching change in the NHL. The Minnesota North Stars have fired head coach Bill Mahoney. He will be replaced by Glenn Sommore. The Stars have lost 7 out of their last 8 games. Okay, the St. Louis Blues are looking to even their record at 6 wins and 6 losses this evening. Right now, they are playing the Pittsburgh Penguins on the road. The Blues on top in the second period, 4-2 the score. Doug Wickenheiser, Mark Reeds, Joe Mullen, and Bernie Federko have the St. Louis goals. Other games around the NHL this evening. Detroit-Boston tied 2-all in the second. Edmonton on top of New Jersey, 1-0. They are in the second period as well. We are going...
Me and the rest of these guys, we learned coal mining from our dads and our granddads. You know, kind of carrying on a tradition. You know, aren't many men can do what we do, let alone do it as good.
It's for guys like Dan Ilijevski that we make sure every Budweiser is the best it can be. Brewed with the same kind of pride Dan puts into his work. So to Dan, and all you guys out there like him, this Bud's for you.
Starsky and Hutch go undercover as big-time dealers.
Looking rich makes you nervous.
It's these kinky clothes that make me nervous.
You want to look like a pimp, you got to dress like one.
This is Paul Michael Glazer.
You can take your kilo and you can take your women, you can stop it.
You're short. It's funny, I don't feel short. Do I look short?
Hey, he's a cop!
The Bait. Next on Starsky and Hutch.
Starsky and Hutch, tonight at 11:30, right after Combat. Channel 30's your choice.
Tender, lean, fresh, whole pork loins, just 99 cents a pound. Where else but National Supermarkets, where you'll find all the fall season's finest. Choice center-cut sirloin steaks are only $2.39 a pound. Dole Golden Ripe bananas, now 3 pounds for 89 cents. Save on delicious Peevely Cottage cheese. A 12-ounce carton, now only 68 cents.
At National Supermarkets,
filled lifestyles, not just homes, at Lake St. Louis, where comfort and relaxation are a way of life. Just 20 minutes west of St. Louis. This is Bay Oaks, a planned community of 77 special custom homes with an eye towards craftsmanship and a style as unique as the families that own them. Visit our Lake St. Louis development, where homeowners enjoy the 800-acre lake, 2 golf courses, country club, and more. Discover what 2,500 other families have found at Lake St. Louis.
Welcome back. The St. Louis Steamers may lose a few games this season, but it won't be because they aren't in good shape. For the past 5 weeks, Coach Dave Clemens has stressed conditioning and fitness. For the Steamers, it was a challenging training camp, but Clemens thinks all the hard work will pay off.
You have to be physically prepared. You have to be in good condition. If you didn't have to be, I'd still be playing.
Welcome to the world of the St. Louis Steamers training camp, a world of running and drilling indoors, outdoors, and weightlifting. Arnold Schwarzenegger has nothing to worry about, but the Steamers did spend some time building their muscles.
Come on, you two. Yes, Diego. Come on, son.
The driving force behind these workouts is this man, Steamer coach Dave Clemens. At times, he drove his players like a Marine drill sergeant, and while they huffed and puffed, strained and pushed, and drilled for hours on end, they gradually got in shape. Oh, sure, boss man Clemens tried to make things interesting by taking his team for runs through Queenie Park or playing little games indoors. The Steamers training camp was a lot of things.
You know, sort of tends to take away from the drudgery of actually having to physically work hard. We try as well to make that as entertaining as possible. We throw a few little drills and exercises in that are stupid or crazy or whatever, and then the guys are worried, so, you know, not worried so much, but the guys are, their attention's taken off. They're saying, boy, this is crazy, I can't do this. But then they find that they're exercising muscles they didn't even know they had while having some fun to do it, you know?
Of course, the idea behind this so-called fun is simple. If you work hard during the preseason, your body will be in shape during the regular season, in shape to score goals, make saves, and win plenty of games.
I think I've worked them just about as hard as last year. In terms of the fitness that they have right now, as of today, as we're hearing here a little bit from some of the players themselves and from what I'm feeling, we have a nice approach to the teamwork side of it. The feeling is good. It's still, you know, it's still going to take time for everything to gel, and the magic happens almost by itself. But if you don't do a lot of the things at the base level, if you're not prepared to work together, if the players don't sort of gel together off the field and on the field, the magic may never come. But at least we have the groundwork for it to happen.
This coach knows that things will be more difficult this year. It will be harder to make that magic happen playing in the talented Eastern Division of the MISL. But Dave Clemens and his Steamers are ready to face that challenge and seem to be looking forward to it.
I don't see that we're going to lose very much, and, you know, time will tell on that.
If time is the telling factor, the Steamers appear to be right on schedule. Last year's MISL championship trophy went to Baltimore. The Steamers had to settle for second best. Now, Dave Clemens and his troops are shooting for the top. And a Seiko watch from Michael Genovese Jewelers. See Seiko's winning combination of quartz accuracy and unique styling at Michael Genovese. Seiko setting the standard for the world for the future. Okay, now let's go to Bob Carpenter and get an update on tonight's game. Bobby?
Well, Jimmy, it's been a first half that, of course, saw Baltimore come out very quickly. You know, all the emotion of winning the MISL championship really carried over into this home opener for them tonight. And they were a very angry soccer team because they were losers on the road at Pittsburgh 4-3 last week. So they wanted to come out in front of the home crowd, a sellout here, and really do well in front of the Steamers. And that's exactly what they did. Let's take a look now at some of the first half highlights. And they didn't take long to get out on top. First of all, it started at the 5:01 mark when Dave McWilliams got his first goal of the year. It was all set up by Bernd Holzenbein. And Kenny Cooper has talked about Bernd Holzenbein as a guy who's played very well lately and has been a very good veteran addition to this club. And so Baltimore took only 5 minutes into the game to take a 1-0 lead. Then Stan Stamenkovic from Stankovic. What can you say? It's a couple of names we mentioned so many times during the playoffs. They teamed up just a minute and 15 seconds later for the 2-0 lead, and Baltimore was really looking great at that point. Heinz Wirtz, what a tremendous shot. He makes a great run up the middle of the field and hits it up into his upper left-hand corner. No chance for Slobo. The goalkeeper got the assist. Steamers called a timeout. It was 3-0 Baltimore. Then Don Ebert, a big play. Carl Rose shoves a nice ball down the right side into space. Ebert puts it in with a nice, typical Don Ebert goal. Steamers are on the board for the first time. What a free kick by Darrell Duran to Ricky Davis. After a penalty, Duran plays it over to Davis, and Ricky hits an absolute rocket up into the net. Steamers got back to 3-2 after 1 quarter of play. And then Armando Betancourt, after a tremendous defensive play at midfield by Timmy Schultz. Each of them get their first score of the year. Betancourt's first goal, Schultz's first assist. And the Steamers at 4:16 of the second quarter got back tied 3-3. Bob Burnett and I were just talking about it. The big key for St. Louis now, don't get too overconfident with the 3 goals and the momentum. Remember what happened in the first couple minutes of the game, and I think the Steamers will be okay in the second half. Jim, it's all yours. Back to you from Baltimore.
Thank you very much, Bob Carpenter. That's going to do it for Sports Break this evening. Our next game will be tomorrow night when the Blues play in Philadelphia.
These magnificent stallions and save with a discount ticket voucher from Schnucks, the friendliest stores in town.
Winter is coming fast, but you don't have to drive that old worn-out car any longer. This Friday and Saturday only, Jim Lynch Cadillac is offering you a chance of a lifetime to own a quality car for less than you ever dreamed possible. Our showrooms will be jammed with beautiful pre-owned cars for every need at every budget at liquidation prices. Luxury, economy, vans, and 4x4s all have been reduced and all must go. These cars are ready to roll and priced to sell this weekend only, and only at Jim Lynch Cadillac, I-270 and North Lindbergh.
Jim, thanks for your business. And thank your dad for recommending us.
He's really sold on United Missouri and all its services. And so am I.
Thanks.
United Missouri Bank knows what financial security can mean to you. We help people through brokerage services, CDs, money market accounts, IRAs, government securities, municipal bonds. We provide investment management, estate, and retirement planning, too. We'll help you. See your personal banker today.
If you think it's great in black and white, just wait till you see it in color.
Come on, Hagen, let's...
Starring Vic Morrow that tells it like it was.
Look, if we don't knock out that crowd bunker, it's going to wipe out Hanley and the whole company.
Combat in color every weeknight in November, right here on KDNL Channel 30. Don't miss it.
Better keep your eyes open.
Hello to Tom and Mark from Andy, one of the Steamers fans here in Baltimore tonight. Bob Carpenter and Bob Burnett. We are starting the third quarter of play, tied 3-3. The teams are at even strength. Ricky Davis down the left side for St. Louis. Tim Whitman knocks him off the soccer ball, and Baltimore comes back the other way. Bruce Savage, his first appearance of the night for Baltimore. He played with Phoenix last year, a former Team America defender outdoors. And Carl Rose has it in midfield. Carl on the far side after Savage lost it. In fact, Bruce Savage scored an overtime goal to beat the Steamers at Phoenix last year. That's a game that we will not soon forget, when Don Draghi had a tremendous bicycle kick goal in overtime disallowed, and we still don't know why. On the far side, Tim Whitman against Don Ebert. Whitman left side, very quick, into the corner, centers it, off the boards. Ricky Davis pulls it off for Darrell Duran. Steamers outshot Baltimore 15-12. Check it, 15-2, Bob, in the second quarter, and outshot them at halftime 19-16 after being outshot 14-4 in the first quarter. Tony Bellinger, a shot headed away by Tim Whitman. Steamers building up at midfield with Duran and Draghi. Far side, Davis. Ricky, through ball for Draghi in the corner. Kitson knocks it away from him. Ebert on the far side. Back out to midfield he goes for Tim Schultz. Midfield circle, Schultz winding up and hitting it over the bar and off the chest of McWilliams back to his goalkeeper, Scott Manning. That'll keep a few people honest.
Exactly. Great play.
Up the left wing, Tim Whitman at the point. Ebert fronting him. They play it off to the side for Heinz Wirtz. This is the way you've got to make Baltimore play. Make them stand around a little bit. Don't let them break down the floor on you on this small floor here at the Civic Center. Steamers are making Baltimore play a little bit into their hands right now, Bob. This is the way you like to see Baltimore operating if you're a Steamer fan.
Playing aggressive defense, anticipating, feeding them to the ball like 50-50 ball. Whether you play indoor or outdoors, you got to win those 50-50 balls.
Heinz Wirtz got it back from Dave McWilliams on the near side. Gets around Taikio to the corner. Slobo comes out to whack it away. Clears it for Cacciatore. He's put into the boards by McWilliams. Play on, they say. Steamers try to clear it away, and we get a foul against Tim Schultz. First foul against either team here in the third quarter. We're only 2 minutes and 13 seconds in. Baltimore has not scored since the 10:15 mark of the first quarter. Knock on wood. Back to midfield, Ray Kunovats. Up over the top, Niego Pesa heads it out. Down the floor it goes, and Kunovats has it. Whitman leaves, Erkele is on. Wirtz leaves, Mejia is on. Erkele with the ball. Stan Stamenkovic is on as well. And it looks like the first appearance of the night for Ernie Buriano, the former Buffalo player. Well, he had a very brief appearance in the first quarter. Down the right side, good play by Schultz to take it away from Stamenkovic. Tim Schultz has been outstanding here tonight.
Recovers very quickly.
Taikio at the midfield circle. Looking down the left side over the red line into the attacking zone. In front, Draghi hit it. Pesa, a shot and a save by Manning. Niego just couldn't tee it up in time, and the keeper had time to slide over, or else Niego would have had an empty net. Great setup by Taikio. That's the way to play indoor soccer, using those boards. Down the right side, there's Schultz to take it away again. Now Stamenkovic steals it away from him. Stan's weak shot, Draghi controls. And out to midfield it goes after Donald blocks still another shot. Left side, Pat Erkele. Out on top, Buriano for Mejia. Inside, Stamenkovic leaning in. Draghi knocks it away with a slide tackle. They knock it back in too quickly, and Taikio takes it away. Steamers break out 3-on-3. Draghi goes to the bench limping. Keo leaves it for Niego. Knocked away from him by Buriano. Ahead for Stamenkovic. There's some of that fancy dribbling. Carl Rose just stood right there and took it away. Stan Stamenkovic cleaned his own clock that time.
Carl Rose could be open because Stamenkovic is supposed to be marking him. He's just walking back. We could play Carl, let him go all the way.
Rose has a man open, right side, Hulser. Larry in, right corner. Kunovats, he's backing him in. Now Hulser goes back out of the point. Carl Rose goes to the corner as they go out to the top for Bellinger. Tony, left side, on the boards. Right there is Niego. Pesa, far side for Carl Rose. Carl has Cacciatore breaking to the far corner. Mejia cut him off, and then Cacciatore fouled him from behind. Jeff angry with the call, and that's the third foul against the Steamers in this third quarter.
Jeff felt he should have been fouled. He was fouled. The call should have been against Baltimore.
Now a steal of midfield for Tony Bellinger. Ahead for Niego. He goes to his right, trying to get it off there for Redmond Lane. Kunovats puts it through Redmond's legs, goes long down the floor. Carl Rose heads it out. Erkele picks up the rebound. Hard shooting and speedy Pat Erkele. Off for Heinz Wirtz, who scored that great first quarter goal that we saw. Erkele back to midfield for Bruce Savage. Savage, his pass deflected by Redmond Lane in midfield. Stamenkovic fights off Bellinger. Ooh, nice ball for Erkele, but right there is Niego to take it away. Got it back for Carl Rose. Carl now on the far side for Hulser. Well done, Steamers, defensively. Larry Hulser slowly in midfield. Right side for Betancourt. Leads him nicely off the boards with it. Armando to the corner against Erkele. Lays it off on top, and Hulser's shot. Blocked there by Tim Whitman. Oh, that Tim Whitman's a Cacciatore-like guy. He's a pesky, speedy guy all over the floor. Down the left wing, Betancourt fighting to keep possession. Redmond Lane a touch on it. He's dumped by Bruce Savage, and that'll be a free kick for the Steamers. On the left side, right near the left wing corner spot, so we'll see what St. Louis can set up here. With Betancourt, Lane in front, Hulser the midfielder, Bellinger and Rose at the points. Last year, sometimes we saw Dave Clemens bring on Don Ebert and Ricky Davis for these almost corner kick-like situations. Hulser plays it off the boards in front, and a bicycle kick. We had a handball, I believe, against Betancourt. It'll be a Baltimore free kick, and that's 4 fouls against the Steamers in the first 5:26 of the third quarter.
Bob, it's so important to play people like Betancourt again and Lane to give a Ricky Davis and a Donnie Ebert that rest along with Jeff Cacciatore. Great to have those kind of firemen, and they're not going to hurt you. Redmond Lane playing with a high temperature, playing ill tonight, but playing very, very hard. Betancourt getting 1 goal already, maybe get 2.
Redmond cheerful and jolly as always on the bus on the way over. He's a delightful guy.
He's a competitor.
We were kidding him, asking him if he was going to win the English Leather 10.5 award again. Tough to repeat, isn't it? It's hard to stay good looking that long, especially in this game. Up over the top, Bellinger knocked it away. Upfield for Redmond. He's against Heinz Wirtz. Little Redmond is the guy called for the foul, as it was a 50-50 ball, and they gave the call to the bigger guy. Here's Wirtz shooting. Oh, Slobo was leaning the wrong way and still got over to the right post to make the save. Boy, Wirtz had him leaning, didn't he?
He gave a sort of a head fake to the left, had Slobo going that way, and then unloaded. Slobo was looking for a pass.
Down the left wing, Betancourt taken away by Tim Whitman, who starts right back the other way. Coming up the wing, Davis knocks it away. Oh, Duran's return pass to Ricky was too far, or else he and Betancourt would have been in 2-on-1 on Savage. Paul Kitson, long ball up to McWilliams, 1-on-1 against Schultz, trying to turn him. Right side, nice play, Ricky Davis back checking to give it to Slobo. Carl Rose heads it back to Ricky. Third quarter non-stop action with 8:25 remaining. It's a 3-3 game. Been that way since the 4:16 mark of the second quarter. Daryl Duran straight up for Ebert, left point. Davis to the corner, right around Savage, who dumped him, and that's going to be a 2-minute penalty against Bruce Savage. He just simply pushed Ricky Davis down, and the Steamers get another power play.
You have to call that. He gave him the good shoulder and elbow, and decides that Ricky had position. He was going in on goal. Had to call 2 minutes. And that's important that we have the power play, because we have 5 fouls on us. One more and Baltimore gets to that situation. Maybe we can hold off in here. Get a goal.
So the Steamers will have their third power play of the night. They're 1 for 2 so far, scoring Davis in the first quarter and then wasting a Stankovic penalty in the second quarter. Obstruction is the call. They call it serious obstruction. I guess simple obstruction's only a foul, huh? So they have to call it serious. Out on top, Pesa hit it just high. Duran pulling it down. Nice right side ball for Niego. In the corner, Ebert a shot, bad angle, and Manning was there on the near post to make a good save. Don't foul him, Donnie. On the far side, Machia. If you commit a foul, you give away the power play. Up the near side. This is Bob McAvan penalty killing. He shoves Ebert into the boards. That'll be a foul against Baltimore.
Let's get back on offense, because with Niego Pesa shooting as he does, their left wing man, he has to commit himself. Now we're playing that ball down into Donnie Ebert, which is creating some problems. Donnie almost scored. If they don't come out on Pesa, hammer it, Niego.
Daryl Duran, right side for Pesa. Tees it up and a shot. Oh, what a save. Good save by Scott Manning. Now Cacciatore is shot into the crowd. It'll be a goal kick for Baltimore with 1:21 left in the power play. We'll take a timeout. 3-3 game, and from Baltimore, this is St. Louis Steamers soccer.
Give me a light. A Bud Light.
If you just ask for a light beer, you never know what you'll get.
And I'll have a light. A Bud Light.
So if you want the less filling light beer with the first name and taste, don't just ask for a light beer.
Give me a light.
Ask them to bring out their best.
Bud Light.
Bud Light. Because everything else is just a light.
Power play, St. Louis with 1:21 remaining, 7:34 left in the third quarter of play. Scott Manning on the goal kick, up over the top. 2 Baltimore players collide, and Carl Rose says thank you. Back heel for Duran. Carl leaves, and Niego comes on. He was given a momentary breather. Ebert in front with Cacciatore. Right side, Niego. Pesa to the corner for Ebert. Eves back to Niego. At the point, Pesa back to the quarterback, Daryl Duran, beyond him, and it'll take a few extra seconds for Slobo and number 7 to get it. Left point, Ricky Davis in the corner, trying to get it there. Cleared out by Baltimore all the way back to the St. Louis red line. 45 seconds left in the power play. Duran right side for Pesa. Niego on top for Daryl. They're really coming out to cover Pesa now. That's leaving Ebert open in the corner. Pesa goes left side for Davis. Ricky at the point, all the way back for Niego. Tees it up, and a shot. It's blocked by Machia. On the near side, Davis. Ball comes seriously hard off the boards, and Davis got it too. Ebert, now Niego back to Duran with 20 seconds left in the St. Louis man advantage situation. Duran, right side for Pesa. In the corner, Ebert across. Ooh, Cacciatore was just cut off from the ball in time by Bob McAvan. There's a high kick against Machia. Dangerous play. 8 seconds left in the power play. That's the third Baltimore foul. The Steamers have 5. Pesa across. Cacciatore just missed. That ball didn't miss by more than a foot to the right. What a deflection by Little Catch. Now Davis at the left point. The penalty is over. Steamers trying to center it. Davis' shot off the glass. Far side, Pesa wanted to rip and couldn't. Put it to midfield. Here comes Tim Whitman. Now if the Steamers commit a foul, it'll be a Baltimore power play, so you've got to be careful. 6 minutes left, third quarter. We're still tied 3-3. Teams back at even strength. Duran right side for Ty Keogh. Darrell leaves now. Left side, Carl Rose as Hulser comes on. In the corner for Ebert. Donnie turning, and a shot score!
Beautiful.
Donnie Ebert.
Boy, Donnie.
Nobody does that move in the Major Indoor Soccer League better than Don Ebert. He lets the ball play off the boards in the corner, turns away from the keeper, whips around and puts it high into the goal. The Steamers have the lead for the first time tonight. What a move.
I'll tell you what, second goal with his right foot. Everyone says Donnie Ebert, left footer, but that's his second goal. He played it very well, as you said, Bob. Played it off the board. Used his body as the screen turns on it. He doesn't wait.
Ebert puts the Steamers on top 4-3. And from Baltimore, this is St. Louis Steamers soccer.
A good builder knows the tricks of the trade. First, you buy a McDonald's Happy Meal. Get one of 4 Lego building sets and build one of 4 toys. A truck, a helicopter, a tanker, an airplane. And then you combine sets, and you collect more sets. And the more sets you collect, the more exciting toys you can build.
4 McDonald's Happy Meal boxes, each featuring a different Lego building set. You get one when you buy your child a Happy Meal. Regular hamburger or cheeseburger with regular fries and soft drink.
Look what I built! Kid, I think you're gonna do all right.
Don Ebert is second of the year and second of the night. Carl Rose his second assist of the night and the year at 9:15, and the Steamers lead at 4-3. Larry Hulser, after Baltimore brought it down the right side. He's got Betancourt ahead of him. Larry thought about ripping it, then goes left side for Redmond Lane. He lays it off for Ty Keogh. Ty, number 10, to his left, can't get his shot. Taken away by Buriano with help from Juan Carlos Mejia. On the near side, Pat Erkley. Erkley, number 11, at midfield for Juan Carlos Mejia. Steamers have scored 4 straight goals since late in the first quarter. Stamenkovic, oh, he just hit it wide. He is so sneaky quick. He had that shot away before Slobo knew what happened. There's a foul. Redmond Lane. And that'll be 6 fouls against the Steamers and a Baltimore power play. Well, Redmond just got caught there, Bob. There wasn't much he could do. He tried to stop, but he had his leg wrapped around Kunevats, and Ray Kunevats was going to go down no matter what.
Ty Keogh remarking, giving it the old dive, but it was there. But again, you've got to go for the ball because Kunevac was in position. He keeps his balance. He's right at the arc. He can unload. Stamenkovic, again, very, very dangerous. Quick release. We've got to get him where he doesn't turn.
This is Baltimore's first power play of the night. By the way, a reminder, November 17th against Cleveland is Steamer schedule pen night. Everybody attending the game will be receiving a free ink pen inscribed with the Steamers logo and the St. Louis Steamers schedule. It's sponsored by St. Louis Federal Savings and Loan. That's November 17th, a week from Saturday, against the Cleveland Force. Baltimore 1 for 1 on power plays this year. Bellinger, Keogh, Draghi, and Schultz to kill the power play for St. Louis. Left side, Stamenkovic. Across, Ty Keogh knocks it out. All the way back to the keeper they go, Scott Manning.
Good unit out there, Bob. Schultz and Draghi in the back. Bellinger and Keogh on top.
On the far side, Stamenkovic. Heinz Wirtz, they got some shooters on this squad. Vern Holzenbein. Left side, Stamenkovic. They got McWilliams and Kitson operating in front, crisscrossing in front of Slobo. Wirtz, right side, from the corner, in front, a fan, Stamenkovic. He may have hit the goalpost.
We need some breaks. That's all right. That's what you need. You work hard as you do. Short-handed there, but you need some breaks. We got one there.
That one squirted right through the goal mouth. I thought the first shot was the dangerous one. When it comes through there low, Eck can do anything and hit anything and end up in the net. And Stamenkovic hit it just high. Kick in right side. 1:20 left in the power play. Stamenkovic, ooh, Schultz got a piece of it. Now that enables Draghi to clear it, but it goes into the crowd. And it'll be a kick in for Baltimore on the far side. But again, the aggressiveness and sacrifice of Tim Schultz. We'll take a timeout here with 4:15 left in the third quarter of play. St. Louis 4-3, and this is Steamer Soccer.
Fact, nothing works like a Chevy truck. Fact, your Metro Chevy dealers now have the most affordable truck prices in St. Louis. Fact, a full-size half-ton Chevy truck is priced $479 less than Ford F-150. Fact, Chevy S10 is priced $785 less than Ford Ranger. Now that you have the facts, it's all up to you. You can pay hundreds more for a Ford or pay hundreds less for a tough, dependable Chevy truck. The choice is yours. See your Metro Chevy dealers on both sides of the river.
Baltimore power play, 1:14 remaining. 4:15 left in the third quarter. Vern Holzenbein shooting. Ty Keogh blocks it to midfield. All the way back to the line it goes for Stan Stamenkovic. Left side, Heinz Wirtz. Shot. That's one's blocked by Draghi, and Bellinger deflects it further down.
I was just saying, we get a chance. We got to make a substitution out on top because you've got to have somebody that can really work hard. And Tony and him are getting a little tired. We need a Jeff or somebody out there that can chase.
Holzenbein in the corner for Kitson. Hey, we gave him a TV timeout. They got 30 seconds off, didn't they?
That's right.
Down the left side, here's Draghi making a run. Oh, he tried to center it for Bellinger. Taken away by Baltimore. Here comes Stamenkovic back the other way. Paul Kitson down the slot. Shooting! It's wide. Bounces all the way to midfield with 30 seconds left in the Baltimore power play. Got to be careful when you go downfield against these guys. They can counterattack quickly.
Come on, Tony. Come on, Tony.
Stamenkovic, right side for Holzenbein. A shot through traffic. Knocked out of there by Schultz. 15 seconds left in the power play. On the right side boards, Kitson against Keogh. And that is a foul on whom? The Steamers. That's 7 fouls against St. Louis in this quarter. You don't want to get 9. That's another 2 minutes. After the first 6, it only takes 3 more. Up over the top, a shot into the crowd, harmlessly by Heinz Wirtz. St. Louis gets a goal kick with 7 seconds left in this penalty. And then we'll be back at even strength with the Steamers on top 4-3. The only goal of the period, Ebert is second of the year from Carl Rose at 9:15. Bellinger, Keogh, Rose, and Draghi are the penalty killers. They bring out Urkeley now to join Stamenkovic. Also, Mechia.
We want to play it to Rose and back to Slobo, but they don't want us to do that because if we do, we're going to kill the 7 seconds. Somebody else is going to have to release the other side. They're playing Rose. See if we can get the ball to him.
Carl will turn it upfield now. That should waste the rest of this penalty. Carl playing with it there outside his own red line, dumps it down. That's a good job. The penalty is over. Teams are back at even strength as Ebert, who was serving the bench penalty, comes back on. Now the Steamers have to be careful of the foul situation. Ernie Boriano at the right point. A lot of one-on-one marking in that penalty area with Carl Rose and Stan Stamenkovic. There they are right there. Oh, Ebert comes up to take it away. Then he was tripped up, and they're going to call Ebert for the foul. That's hard to believe, folks. Ebert had stolen the ball and was tripped up.
Donnie Ebert was gone to the races. He got tripped.
If anything, it should have been a 50-50 ball or a drop kick. Well, that's foul number 8. In the corner, Ebert comes in there. Donnie's angry. Better watch it. That's a foul backing in against Baltimore. Against Ernie Boriano. So that's number 4 against the Blast. 2:35 left, third quarter. Boy, this 6-foul rule really changes this game, doesn't it? Really changes your thinking.
That's right.
As Dave Clemens told us in the pregame, it changes your coaching as well. Pat Urkeley up the left side, holding it there, waiting for support. Back to Ray Kunovats. He rolls it through. Stamenkovic. Oh, great side tackle, Carl Rose. On the far boards, Urkeley gets away. In front, Stamenkovic can't reach it. Hulser got it. Back to Slobo. Defense, the name of the game for the Steamers right now. Bellinger in trouble momentarily. Got away from Stamenkovic. Up the left wing now with 2 minutes left in the period. Down deep for Ebert. Donnie turns. Can't get a shot. He was ready to turn that ball away from the boards again, wasn't he? On the near side, Hulser holding it nicely. Davis running by. Larry back to Carl Rose. Carl looking to the right side for Hulser. Larry one touch, wants to whack it off the boards in front. Manning fights off the spinning ball and gets it back and looks to roll it downfield. Here comes Baltimore with 1:35 remaining. Tony Bellinger narrowly escaping a foul there as he kicked the ball away. That would have been number 9. Steamers would love to get out of this quarter and erase those 8 fouls up on the board.
Let's get another goal.
Daryl Duran up ahead for Pesa. Niego fights off Urkeley on the boards. Niego goes down as Kunovats keeps it in play. Urkeley against Duran. Urkeley leaning in, and Daryl Duran gets called for the foul. That's going to be another 2-minute penalty against St. Louis.
Actually, Urkeley, he pushed Daryl Duran over. Daryl Duran was just using the board and screening in there. Referee called it obstruction. He had to call it that way.
13:53, the time of the penalty. 9 fouls in the third quarter against the Steamers. And it'll be another Baltimore power play. They're 0 for 1 tonight, 1 for 2 on the year. Well, this is a tough way to have to do it on the road, but it's the nature of this new rule.
I've got Jeff Cacciatore up on top. Still has Schultz and Draghi in the back, and they're doing a good job. Ty Keogh, that's a fearsome foursome, Bob. Boy, they're really tough. They're going to go with anybody in the league.
Heinz Wirtz, left side, they center it. Draghi kicks it out. Wirtz to the corner. Looks to knock it in, and Cacciatore gets a little help from the official there. Jeff weaving through traffic, and that's 5 fouls against Baltimore. So if the Steamers can play well, killing the penalty here, and force Baltimore to foul them, they could draw a 6th foul against the Blast here before the third quarter ends, and that would negate the St. Louis penalty. Ty Keogh at midfield. You hear the Steamers hollowing, keep it, keep it. On the near boards, Draghi against Kitson. That will probably go against Don Draghi. For goodness sakes, don't get 2 more in 35 seconds. That's 10 fouls against the Steamers. Right side, Stomenkovic. Far side, look out. Holzenbein, a shot deflected by Schultz, and Slobo grabbed it after Schultz slowed it down. Slobo with a good throw all the way down. 20 seconds left in the period now. Baltimore on the power play.
Oh, boy. Pick him
Long
up.
ball, Holzenbein. Shooting. Oh, what a save by Slobo. Diving. Rebound is high off the glass, far side. And Holzenbein has it. On top, Heinz Wirtz. His shot. Draghi got a shoulder on that. Ball spinning furiously into the arms of Slobo, and that's the end of the third quarter. Defense, defense. The name of the game for the St. Louis Steamers. And that'll do it at the end of the third quarter of play with the score St. Louis 4, Baltimore 3. This is St. Louis Steamer soccer.
This Bud's for everyone who keeps things rolling in the mighty Mississippi.
Breakaway barge, please respond.
Let's get him.
Holding, we're right below you and we hold our way out. I'll come around on the port side and bumper there.
Yeah, just for you. That distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
For all you do, it's Bud for you.
You wouldn't buy any truck just because it's the #1 seller. You'd look for value, as in Toyota 4x4 sport trucks. More standard horsepower than any small 4x4. The only import 4xs with electronic fuel injection. And extra cabs have more legroom plus extra storage space. The best-selling small trucks are 19 models strong, now at your Toyota dealers. The more you compare, the more you'll see. It's Toyota, not the other guys.
The heat-resistant material in this cauterizing scalpel helps surgeons perform virtually bloodless operations. This portable seismic unit helps explore for oil in places too hard to reach before. This world-class hotel and marina, Fort Lauderdale's Pier 66, is known for its impeccable service. What do they all have in common? Phillips Petroleum's commitment to excellence. That's performance. From Phillips Petroleum, you'll find performance in everything we do.
From 200,000 miles in space, this is what intelligence looks like. From here on Earth, it may look like this, or like this. At Anheuser-Busch Employees Credit Union, we recognize a special quality, the intelligent difference. It's the quality we respect in others and demand of ourselves. A financial institution cannot be ordinary, and our commitment to quality service is as deep as our recognition of intelligence in all its forms.
Welcome back to Baltimore's Civic Center. Bob Carpenter along with Bob Burnett. It's a 4-3 St. Louis lead as we go on now to the fourth quarter of play. Steamers are 4-5 in this building, 8-8 lifetime against Baltimore. Coach, you got to like what you see so far. The Steamers are playing awfully well, and that defense is airtight.
Is this the 7th or the 8th time so far in the 2 games that we've played shorthanded? I can't recall against Chicago. I think we played shorthanded.
This is the 7th. We played shorthanded 5 times against Chicago.
Without a jinx, you know. They have not scored a goal in 7 attempts. And you have to credit to the 4 guys out there, but each one is just hustling 100, 110%, giving up their body, throwing themselves, blocking shots, hustling. just looks great. And, you know, we've got some people who can come in and were hurt. But in the back, Draghi and Schultz doing a great job going side to side in the corner and up front with those two guys chasing. Now, here's the opportunity, boy, that first 2-3 minutes of this fourth quarter. We're up by 1 goal. We could just, you know, get in there quickly, get another one. Not that that's going to be the final goal, but gives us that 2-goal spread. They come back and tie, then we definitely have got to get that next goal. We have to regain the lead if they tie, or better yet, let's go up 2 goals and then take our chances.
Baltimore will kick it off. They've got 53 seconds left on their power play. Steamers returning home at the arena Tuesday night against Tacoma, then a week from Saturday against Cleveland. Hope you can join us for all the action of Steamer soccer at home. 84-85. We'll kick it off at 7:35 each time. Left side, Stamenkovic. Right side, off the glass high, off the foot of Heinz Wirtz. Back to the point it comes. Stamenkovic plays the first-time pass to Bernd Holzenbein. Stamenkovic to his left, to the corner, a shot. Ooh, it was going on goal. Slobo was diving, and Draghi kicked it up into the crowd. Don Draghi, like another goalkeeper back there. At this point, the saves are even at 12 apiece. The shots, St. Louis 26, and Baltimore 25, including that last one right there. Stamenkovic, the trigger man, up over the top. Wirtz, header, check it was Holzenbein. Stamenkovic, ooh, on goal, and Slobo there to grab it. A wicked bouncing ball that hit right in front of Slobo and just kind of bounced right up into his face with a lot of spin. Long throw downfield by the St. Louis goalkeeper. Heinz Wirtz ahead. Number 14 is Joey Fink. Fink had a field day against the Steamers in the final playoff game with about, what, 5 goals?
Yes, he did. Plus in St. Louis, he was star of the game there also. He seems to really rise high against the Steamers.
Only 2 seconds left in the power play. Now it's over. The teams are back at even strength. Daryl Duran is back on. McWilliams far side with it for Baltimore. In front, look out, a shot wide from Fink. Oh, a header to Slobo, back from Tim Schultz. Boy, you've got to have a touch with that head ball to give it back to the goalkeeper over the head of an attacker. Here's Bellinger hustling. Tony lost his feet at the Baltimore red line, and back comes Heinz Wirtz on the far side.
Short out there.
Joey Fink, as Carl Rose was late getting on after the substitution. Now Ebert finally gets on. Stamenkovic around Duran, centers it in front, top of the area, knocked away. Machia! Ooh, he hit it just high and wide to the left. That ball had the upper left-hand corner labeled. Here's Wirtz, centering, high off the glass.
Come on, Carl.
Machia against Rose. Schultz knocks his man out. Play on, says the official, as Tim Schultz stood his ground and knocked it out of there. That was a good, hard defensive play. Here's Daryl Duran around the left side. In front, Manning cuts it off, and Daryl was fouled. In the corner, it'll be a St. Louis free kick. And again, Tim Schultz on defense, Bob. Very aggressive, very proficient.
Exceptional, beautiful. We're in tight enough right here. We can get one in. This is Donnie Ebert's play right here. Leave the middle open. Let's time it to him and crease it. I don't think they'll give us the middle.
Duran looking for Ebert. Ebert, a touch. Ooh, he hit it just wide. Manning just kind of nodded the ball as it went away. Now Davis steps on. Ricky winds up. That one's kicked away by Machia. Davis rebound, has Ebert in front. Here's Hulser. Oh, he hit it just high. Duran fakes a shot. On top for Ebert, right side. Steamers along the boards. Ooh, Ebert was cut off there. Play on, they say. Here comes Dave McWilliams. Back the other way, right side for Stamenkovic against Carl Rose. Knocked away by Davis. Boy, the Steamers are doing a great job of containing the magician. Deflection, McWilliams. Hulser stopped it. On the near boards, here comes Larry, number 15 in midfield.
Don't give it away. Hold the ball right here. Let's regroup, get everybody on, and get that good shot.
Hulser, right down the middle, to his left, shooting back to the right. Blocked there by Ray Kunovats. Hulser along the boards, trying to hold it there. Knocked away, and it's Ernie Boriano for Baltimore. Ahead for Stamenkovic. He tries to weave one through, and Ricky Davis snuffs it out. Nice play by the Steamer forward, back checking. Carl Rose just doing a little pirouette at his own red line with it. On the near side for Ty Keogh. 12 minutes left in the game. Steamers by 1. That's not enough, obviously.
Pace is due. He missed on 2 of them earlier today. He's going to get one.
Diego, left side for Davis. At the point, in the middle, shooting, on goal, and Manning made a good save. Ricky, that quick release, got it around the defender and got it on goal. Here comes Boriano back to midfield to the St. Louis red line. Down the middle, Tim Schultz there to take it away from McWilliams. Here's Davis. Ricky, near side, Ty Keogh. On the right side for Pesa. Diego, one-on-one against Tim Whitman. Whitman took it away, and Plays it off for Bruce Savage. Here comes Baltimore back the other way with Ernie Boriano. The pace is picking up. Down around the corner it goes. Carl Rose can't knock it away. They center it. Taikio there, but a handball called on Carl Rose. No, it's going to be against the Baltimore attacker for pushing off, and that's 2 fouls against the Blast, and the right knee of Tim Schultz is bleeding all over the place. He has ripped his right knee open on the turf here, but he's played. I don't think he even feels it, right?
Great. Well, he had a slight brain concussion during the first ball game, got hit, right in the head with the balls. Tough guy. He'll stay right in there.
Boy, this game will knock some sense out of him. Carl Rose is on. Up over the top for Pesa. Diego heads it. Controlled easily by the Baltimore defense. Back to Scott Manning. We've got a timeout on the floor. Kenny Cooper calls a timeout. His team down by 1. 10:58 remaining. Steamers by 1. And from Baltimore, this is St. Louis Steamers soccer.
Time. It takes time to create quality. The quality taste of Budweiser. Time to select the choicest ingredients. For exclusive Beechwood aging, to brew the distinctively clean, crisp taste of Budweiser. Quality taste. That's what people want in a cold glass of beer. And this is the one they want. Somebody still cares about quality.
It'll be just like our game last week. Score 2 and then... Bob Carpenter along with Bob Burnett. We welcome you back to the Baltimore Civic Center. Don't forget the Steamers at home Tuesday night, 7:30 kickoff. Tickets available at the arena box office. Famous Bar Ticketmaster, Team Togs and Tickets, Regal Sports, and Dial Tix. 644-1700. MasterCard Visa, American Express accepted. Tickets ranging in price from $4 to $9 each. And groups of 20 or more can get a group discount. Call the Steamers arena box office at 781-4030. Tuesday against Tacoma, a week from Saturday against Keith Furphy and company, the Cleveland Force in town. Our airtime on FM 101 WMRY 720 with the pregame show both of those evenings. Bruce Savage just knocked down a ball over 3 lines. It'll be a St. Louis free kick on that violation.
It's amazing, Bob, because each team has allowed 1 timeout per half. He called that timeout with 10:52 to go in the ball game. I didn't think he was going to pull that keeper that quick, but now he's used his timeout. Of course, that's not that big of a deal, and here you can regroup. He can make that switch on the go, but I'm glad he called it, because if we get some more momentum going, he can't stop it.
That's what happened to Willie Roy last week, too, with all those penalties. He could never get his goalkeeper pulled, down by 2-0. Down the middle, Joe Fink at the red line, plays it right side. Cacciatore right there to break it up. Daryl Duran takes it away from Savage. Steamers winning those 50-50 balls, and Fink hacked Duran from behind that time. That's 3 fouls against Baltimore. And in the 4th quarter, when you're behind, that's when this 6-foul thing really comes into play. Bellinger puts it over 3 lines, and Baltimore gets a free kick.
Baltimore putting pressure on us in our third, causing us to play the ball over the top up deep. If we do that, we're going to have to play from one side to the other in the corner and run to it. They're just forcing on us now, so we're going to have to do more and more movement to get ourselves free.
Tim Whitman on the right side for Dave McWilliams against Carl Rose. Cacciatore whacks it away. Here's a shot for Verts in traffic. Carl Rose kicked it away. Rebound over the glass. Who did hit last? A Steamer or a Blast? It's going to be a corner kick for Baltimore, and we'll take a timeout. 10:01 left in the game. We have an injury. Steamers on top 4-3. A Baltimore player is down, and we'll be back in a moment on St. Louis Steamers soccer.
If you've been dreaming of catching a part of the St. Louis Steamers action, don't be left in the fog. Schnucks can make your dream come true. Register today at Schnucks to be an honorary ball boy or girl at one of the Steamers' home games. To enter, write in 25 words or less why you'd like to see the Steamers in action. If selected, you'll receive 4 tickets to a game, a souvenir soccer ball, a photo taken with your favorite player, and more. Catch the thrill of Steamers soccer. Register today at Schnucks, the friendliest stores in town.
Well, they pulled out the ethyl chloride here to freeze the pain of the foot of Heinz Verts. He got mixed up with Jeff Cacciatore on the last play. Took a hard knock. One of the finest shooting defenders in indoor soccer. We saw that in the first quarter.
He tried to come through. It was a blocked ball. They both blocked the ball, but then as Heinz first came through, his foot caught the back of Jeff's leg, and he went up over the top and hurt his instep. If they lose him for the rest of the game, it's going to hurt Baltimore because he does create some chances out there and can hit cannons, as Bob Carpenter alluded to.
10 minutes, 1 second remaining. Baltimore corner kick, left wing. Stan Stamenkovic will be the trigger man. Out on top. Ooh, it was deflected away from the on-rushing Kunovac by Ricky Davis. Scott Manning up for Mike Stankovic. Far side, Stamenkovic. No, that's Ray Kunovac. Stamenkovic is operating downfield. Kunovac put that ball over the glass. It'll be a St. Louis kick-in.
They're going to pressure us again. So if we're going to play the ball deep, which looks like we have to, we're going to have to play it from one side to the other and get rid of it quicker. A little more movement in the back to make sure we're covered at all times.
Schultz back to Slobo.
Here we go.
Slobo will push up if nobody marks him. He's got Draghi open on the left now. Goes to Donald at the midfield stripe. Drags into the corner for Ebert. First time's it right back in. Draghi, a shot blocked by Juan Carlos Mejia. Schultz on the right side, got it back from Hulser and back to Larry at the right point. Hulser in the corner, around the boards, in front. Swept away from Ebert on a good play by Ray Kunovac. Far side Stamenkovic, ahead for Paul Kitson, a shot, well wide. Rebound picked up by Mejia. Far boards Stamenkovic. Having to move away from the goal. Schultz all over him. Finally, Schultz fouls him. That's the first Steamer foul in the fourth quarter, and Stamenkovic obviously frustrated. This new rule is designed to keep players from hacking guys like Stamenkovic. But when he holds the ball as much as he does, he's still going to get fouled a lot. Stankovic hands it right to Ricky Davis. Davis down the near side, pulls up short, gives it back to Larry Hulser. Steamer's patient now. Don Draghi, check it at Schultz. Down the left corner for Ebert, taken away. Here comes Baltimore, 4-on-3. Right side, left side for Kitson. Leaves it in the middle now for Stankovic. Davis took him off the ball. Stankovic took Ricky down with an elbow, but they said play on. Now Ebert gets Stankovic from behind. That'll be a foul against St. Louis, and it's cleared away by Draghi as Stankovic took a quick restart. Fouls are 3-2 Baltimore right now here in the fourth quarter with 8:30 left.
They're going to play Stankovic all the time, Stamenkovic rather, and hope for those fouls because they'll pile up with him having the ball. He's just going to hold it. That's number 3 on us right now.
Tim Schultz fouling Paul Kitson. 3 straight St. Louis fouls.
That could have been what Kenny Cooper talked about. Let's take them on one-on-one and draw some fouls, see if we can get shorthanded on them.
In front. Oh, look out, bicycle kick Mejia. He just got a piece of it. To the near point it comes. They'll play all the way back to the goalkeeper, Scott Manning. Steamers cannot fall back into too much of a defensive posture
sit
here.
In the shell. Now let's come out. Let's get the ball when we do. Let's go after them.
Stamenkovic holding it. He lost it that time. Hulser has Ebert, or rather Davis, on the left side. Larry down the middle. In on goal. Can't get a shot. Finally did. Manning just got a piece of it. Larry didn't look like he was going to get it away. Here comes Mejia back the other way. Across the red line. Far side, Kitson a shot. Wide. Rebound. Draghi steps it away. Nicely done by Don Draghi. Bruce Savage in midfield with 7:40 remaining. 4-3 St. Louis. Baltimore, though, on the attack. Coriano, right side, Savage. Duran knocks it away. Slobo fumbled it, then got it. Right side for Tim Schultz. Baltimore changing the fly. Stamenkovic finally sits down. I say good riddance. It's been out there for 5 or 6 minutes. He probably plays the longest shifts of anybody in the league. Slobo in trouble, and he finally clears it away at midfield. Savage had it momentarily, and Bellinger fought him off the ball. Redmond Lane up the far side. Redmond knocked off the ball by Joey Fink. Now Niego for Lane. He's got Bellinger to his right. Tony, one touch, trying to center it, can't. Arpesa. Niego can't hold it. He was knocked off the ball. Here comes Baltimore back the other way. Joey Fink, right side, couldn't control. Carl Rose takes it away, and look at Redmond Lane coming back with a fine defensive play. Now Slobo clearing it out to midfield. Tim Whitman, right side. Bruce Savage. Pat Erkley plays it through. Duran steals. Niego knocked off the ball there. On the near boards. Pesa still with it. Nice little pass to Redmond Lane. Here come the Steamers. Taken away by Baltimore again.
They're going to overcommit themselves. We got to take advantage of it. get one ball here quickly because they're really pushing up. We could get one. We almost got one earlier.
Savage to the corner, and Slobo out aggressively to whack it away. 6 minutes and 10 seconds left in this crazy game. 4-3, St. Louis hanging on.
Bobby, all of a sudden we're sitting in that shell, and they're just coming at us. You can't continue to let them work up, build up like that. Eventually they're going to get one. We've got a score here. Here it is.
Asa got it from Redmond Lane. Diego back to Carl Rose. Nice move by Carl away from Dave McWilliams. Looking for somebody open on the near side for Bellinger. Up over the top, left side, Durant hits the top of the glass and stays in. Darrell trying to get in on goal, into the goal mouth, and Manning picks it up. Ahead for Stankovic. Stankovic up the left side, inside to the corner, looking to whack it in. Can't get a shot as it's blocked away. Slobo out to retrieve it. Slobo clears it all the way up the floor. Off the boards on the ground, and Manning picks it up for Baltimore with 5:15 remaining. Kunovats, long ball, right wing corner. It hit Stankovic in the head after hitting the boards, and he couldn't control. Ty Keogh, long ball down the floor over 3 lines, and Baltimore will have a free kick. 5:09 remaining. Stamers on top, 4-3. The action is furious, and the St. Louis defense being put to a stiff test right now.
Bob, I don't know if you saw that, but when Mike Stankovic took that run and he went across the middle, he delivered the ball. He ran right over the top of Redmond Lane, right over his face and everything, and Redmond down, but he's back up. He's talking to the official right now, asking for the foul. Here's the point that you brought out. I don't know that the officials are if they're going to be intimidated or not at this particular point, but they know the game's very tight. Both teams have 3 team fouls on them. It'll be interesting to see if they let them play on.
Ray Kunovats, right side. Bellinger stole it away. Now Ty Keogh has it for St. Louis. Ty across the midfield stripe. Paul Kitson stole it away. Back to Scott Manning. On the near side for Juan Carlos Mejia. Mike Stankovic at the point. To the corner, trying to get it around there. Taken away in front. Rebound. Mejia against Keogh. Shooting! Oh, Kitson was right in Slobo's face, and Slobo still managed to kick the ball away. Redmond Lane, he's running fresh and hard. Nice run up the far side, but he got it in on goal, and Manning picked it up. Got to throw that ball to the corner, Redmond. Left side, Kunovats a shot. Well wide. Rebound comes
beautiful.
out. Beautiful bicycle kick out of there by Ty Keogh. Diego on the near side. Far side it goes for Bellinger from Cacciatore. 4:20 left. Tony down the left side, off the boards, in front, headed up and over the glass. It'll be a steamer corner kick off the head of Juan Carlos Mejia. We'll take a timeout. 4:15 left. Steamers by 1 from Baltimore. This is St. Louis Steamers soccer.
A good builder knows the tricks of the trade. First, you buy a McDonald's Happy Meal. Get one of 4 Lego building sets and build one of 4 toys. A truck, a helicopter, a tanker, an airplane. And then you combine sets, and you collect more sets. And the more sets you collect, the more exciting toys you can build.
4 McDonald's Happy Meal boxes, each featuring a different Lego building set. You get one when you buy your child a Happy Meal. Regular hamburger or cheeseburger with regular fries and soft drink.
Look what I built! Kid, I think you're gonna do all right.
St. Louis corner kick. 4:15 remaining.
Wait, the PA.
Duran in front. Ebert tried to slide in there to get it. Bellinger whacks it in. It comes loose for Baltimore. Here they come. 3-on-2. Tim Whitman centers it. And a goal. Dave McWilliams.
It's a great goal, Bob. They released very quick, great transition. We had a chance on the restart there. Ricky Davis went down. They brought the ball out quick. Whitman down the left side, gave a great ball to McWilliams, and he just hit inside of the right foot and put it right past Slobo. It was a great goal. We just couldn't get back. We were all pushed up on that corner or that restart there. They came out of the barn really quick, and they just beat it to us. Okay, 4-4. 4 minutes to go. We just got to be tough right here. We need the next one.
St. Louis has called a timeout. McWilliams is second of the night, second of the year. Whitman is first assist at 10:54. The sad thing about that goal, Bob, it was a 50-50 ball down here in the corner. Tony Bellinger went after it, and the ball not only did not go his way to the corner, but it came out very hard to midfield, which set up basically a 2-on-1.
And Whitman, as quick as he is, he went streaking down the left side. McWilliams anticipated. He turned and he sprinted. He had Ricky Davis down on the ground going after the ball originally. He saw him, gave him a great ball, and had to be perfect timing. He put it right on his foot, and he didn't hesitate. First time, bang, and Slobo was there.
Well, the crowd of better than 12,000 now has something to cheer about. That was the first goal they scored in a long time. About 40 minutes since they had scored. Steamers are taking a lot of time with this timeout.
Well, we've got to start with Ricky and Donnie up on top.
Steamers, of course, back home on Tuesday against Tacoma. 7:35, our kickoff will be on the air on 101 FM at 7:20. And you're tuned in to Steamer Soccer on KDNL TV 30 St. Louis, WMRY 101 FM East St. Louis.
All right, we've got to establish something right here now. Let's get the ball down. Let's move it around. Let's us score. We were sitting on our heels, I know, and that's very obvious for the last 2-3 minutes, trying to protect that one-goal lead, and you can't do that.
Off the kickoff, Davis and Ebert. Then Draghi knocked it down to Ricky. Davis trying to turn to the goal, can't. Hulser has it to midfield. Taken away from him. Here comes Baltimore fighting on the near boards. Verts back into the game after his injury. And Schultz gets it back to Slobo, who just gets it away in time from McWilliams. That Dave McWilliams always seems to hurt the Steamers. On the near side, Schultz for Don Draghi. Draghi plays it off the top of the glass into the crowd. Goal kick Baltimore with 3:35 remaining. The next goal, whenever it comes, will either ignite this place or shut it down.
Diego Pesa, he's still got time to get that one. He's due.
Steamer goals tonight from Ebert, 2 of them. Betancourt and Ricky Davis. Oh, there's a nice move by Verts. Oh, what a block by Schultz. Tim Schultz went right at the guy's foot. Ebert can't get it to Timmy. He was trying to set him up for a breakaway. On the near side, it's Whitman against Ebert. Out of the penalty area is Manning, and he banks it up off the glass. It stays in play. And a whistle and a foul. Or is it out of play and a kick in for the Steamers? It's impossible for us to see anything on the near boards without our TV monitor because the fans are right up in front of us standing. So we see what you see. And we hear what you hear. It's loud in here with 3:09 remaining. 4-4 the score.
Bob, what do you think? If it gets down to 2 minutes or under, one of them going to pull a keeper?
I don't think the Steamers would. Slobo's like having an extra attacker in certain situations anyway. Armando Betancourt in the far corner. Kitson teamed up on him along with Machia. He dumps it to midfield. Stamenkovic pulls it down and quickly releases it for Stankovic. Back to Machia. Here they come with 2:45 remaining. Kitson, left wing. Carl Rose watching him. So is Redmond Lane. Carl bumped it away from him. Nice move by Carl up the boards. Anybody down there to receive it? Nope. They play it back to the goalkeeper, Scott Manning. 2:25 remaining. I don't think anybody will pull the goalkeeper. If I was the home coach, I'd be happy to be in overtime at home. I think it's always an advantage for the home team in overtime. Machia ahead for Stamenkovic. Oh, a shot wide to the far post. How did he get that ball through traffic? Amazing shooting. Ty Keogh down the left wing boards. Betancourt can't chase it. Kunovats has it. On the near side for Kitson with 2 minutes remaining in the game. It's 4-4.
Bob, this time in the game so critical. If we do get the ball, we have to have ball possession. If we don't have anybody in front of us, we got to get support from the back.
Oh, Redmond Lane. Don't get a penalty, Red. I thought he made a very clean steal from Paul Kitson, who then fell down. And it was a 4th foul against the Steamers in the 4th quarter. That was a very important call there. Steamers would have had possession. Kitson in the corner, centering it off the boards. Pulled off. Redmond Lane back to Slobo.
Now let's build up and let's get help. Front and back, support. Let's try and get the good shot in here. There's 1:40 to go.
Tony Bellinger from Carl Rose. Keogh crossing from right to left. Ahead it goes for Diego Pesa. Pesa one-on-one, trying to get a shot. Right side Bellinger in front. Oh, and it was behind Redmond Lane and in front of Diego. Another foul against the Steamers in the corner, and that is 5 in the 4th quarter. They do not want to get a penalty for 6 fouls here. And you know Baltimore's going to come right at him now, trying to draw that penalty.
That ball's going to Stamankovic right now, and he'll work that ball and get that 6th one. That'd be a heck of a way now.
1:15 remaining. That would also give them the opportunity to pull their goalkeeper and really have a 2-man advantage. Left side, Tim Whitman against Pesa. Got to be careful. Whitman goes down. Ball in front, rebound, and knocked away. 1 minute remaining. Savage hit the official with the ball. It comes back to him, into the crowd, and a kick in for Baltimore on the far side. The fouls, St. Louis 1 away from a penalty. It's 4-4.
Air ball.
Almost a capacity crowd here tonight. They didn't quite fill it up, but they did set a new record. They have added several hundred more seats here. And they've seen a dandy. 4-4 with 57 seconds left in regulation. We might be here for a while. We might not.
Baltimore.
You never know.
They've got something on this restart. You've got to be sure. Now mark up man-to-man.
Kunovets runs over the ball. Wirtz has it deflected away by Ebert. Draghi trying to clear it, but not out. Davis a piece of it. Up ahead for Ebert. Out to midfield with 45 seconds left. Savage has it back for Baltimore. Up over the top. Ball high. Stays in play off the glass. Nick Williams in the corner. Goes down, looking to draw that foul. A shot! Oh, that was wide. Heinz Wirtz was standing there unmarked. Slobo has it. That's a foul on Baltimore. 27 seconds remaining. Baltimore was beaten with 19 seconds left last week at Pittsburgh. Hey, somebody start the clock. Slobo had the ball for about 4 seconds, and they never started the clock. Slobo, near side for Schultz. Timmy pushing up. In the corner for Duran. Darrell looking to center. Schultz the same. It comes in, and Savage knocks it out. Whitman against Draghi. Draghi has it at midfield. Good play by Donald. He knocks it away. 5 seconds remaining. 3, 2, 1. We're going to overtime. And more importantly than that, well, just as importantly as that, the Steamers escape without drawing that 2-minute penalty. So we'll take a 2-minute timeout for you here and come back with the first overtime period. Overtime, of course, in the MISL, 2 7.5-minute sudden death periods. The first one is coming up next. It's 4-4 after 60 minutes of play. And from Baltimore, this is St. Louis Steamers soccer.
Frankly, I'm concerned about Kathy's homework.
Well, it is kind of messy.
Kathy has potential, but her work's disorganized. Thought about a home computer.
Can they help?
Lots of kids use Atom.
Atom is the only affordable home computer that comes complete with built-in word processing to help edit and correct schoolwork, and a typewriter quality printer that puts it neatly on paper.
Kathy, Dad and I are getting you an Atom.
Atom, the smartest gift you can give your family.
Hi, I'm Tony Hoffman. I'm host of Real Estate, the Investment of the 80s, and you don't want to miss my next show because I've got 4 superstars on with me, and they're going to show you how to use Uncle Sam's help to buy real estate in the 80s. I've got Wayne Phillips, I've got Irene and Mike Milan, and I've got Joe Land. 4 experts. They are really going to do it. They're going to show you how they've done it, and more important, how you can do it. Be there. It's going to be an exciting show.
Watch Tony Hoffman's Real Estate, the Investment of the 80s on Sunday at 9 p.m.
St. Louis Music Radio, 106.5 KWK. More rock, less talk. KWK. 106.5 FM. KWK. More rock, less talk. Turn us on.
Feel the difference Cost Cutter savings make during Kroger's store-wide Pillsbury sale. Yes, now's the best time to pack your pantry with Pillsbury products. Stock up on Pillsbury flour. Bake up with Pillsbury Plus cake mix. Serve up green giant vegetables. And party up with Totino pizza. So come in for our store-wide Pillsbury sale and feel the difference Cost Cutter savings make when you go Krogering.
As we come back to Baltimore for overtime, we want to correct one thing. It is 1 15-minute sudden death overtime period. not 2 7.5-minute periods as they do in the outdoor game. And if nobody scores, we'll go to the shootout. But in the MISL, it seldom goes that far in OT. Coach, your thoughts at this point after 60 minutes? It was a disappointment for the Steamers to give up that goal with 4:06 remaining, but they held their ground in the last 4 minutes. But they've got to play some attacking soccer now.
They certainly do. They were trying to protect that 1-goal lead. I said to Lou Ranoni, though, while we were off the air, this has been a great ball game. Opening game for Baltimore, our first road trip, and the Steamers being back 3-0, coming on and then going ahead 4-3. They started to sit in that shell. They're going to have to come out because there's no fifth quarter. It's a sudden death, first goal, and it's all over with. So we've got to go get that one. Be aggressive. Take the chances we have to. Attack from the back. Don't let them do it. Let us establish momentum on them right now.
Lou Ranoni, our director here tonight in Baltimore. He and the crew have done a fine job of bringing you the action on Channel 30 and 101 FM. Underway, Steamers going from right to left. Ricky Davis with it on the far side, hustling with it, trying to keep control. Does. Looking left side for Ebert. Don Ebert against Heinz Wirtz. Cuts it inside. Whacked off the ball from behind by Joe Fink. Ball comes loose on the boards. Far side, Dave McWilliams for Baltimore. Cuts in the middle. Right side. Trying to get a shot was Joe Fink, and Draghi and company, with help from Ebert, came up to take it away. Tim Schultz, probably the best defensive player on the field for the Steamers tonight. Ahead for Don Ebert. Yes, right side for Hulser. Oh, the ball squeezed inside, and Manning came out to slide on it as Heinz Wirtz had lost sight of it. Wirtz up over 2 lines on the left side for McWilliams. Davey McWilliams centers at the red line for Wirtz. He chips it up over the top. Draghi will have to chase it. Donald gets a piece of it. So does Baltimore's Joey Fink. They try to center it in front, and Slobo waits for the bounce and picks it up. Slobo for Tim Schultz. Carl Rowe steps on to replace Draghi. They'll keep him fresh here. Right side, Ebert lets it run to the corner. Mejia puts him into the boards. That was a hard foul. And the Steamers will get a free kick right there.
Set something up now. Again, they've got the book on the Steamers, and Donnie Ebert trying to come across the middle. Maybe we can fake him, mask him, and run somebody in behind and hit from the outside.
Ty Keogh has Schultz and Rose at the points. Ebert and Davis crossing in front, setting a pick. It goes through. It almost went in off a defender. It hit Paul Kitson and almost went in off the free kick. Oh, that would have been a shocker. Who would he have given that goal to? Who cares? On the near side, taken away. Here comes Baltimore. Juan Carlos Mejia, left side for Stamenkovic. He centers it for Kitson. Davis takes it away. Nice play by Ricky. Schultz heads it off the 4 boards. Schultz against Stamenkovic. Stamenkovic backing in, and Tim got a piece of him. They clear it off quickly for Kitson against Keogh. Paul Kitson, his shot goes wide. Ty couldn't get the rebound. Now he clears it out. Bouncing on the near side. Along the boards, Fink for Stankovic. Davis a piece of it. Stamenkovic looking to center. Watch him. He can turn quickly. Keogh clears it. Kitson, a shot goes wide. Headed back across. Keogh can't get it. Neither can Carl Rose. Stankovic backing in from the corner. Knocked away from behind by the Steamers. Finally, Slobo clears it away along the boards. Ty Keogh bumped there by Kitson. That should be, well, that's going to be a foul against St. Louis. I thought they might get Kitson for coming in there hard, but they got Ty Keogh.
Carl did a smart thing, though. We had to get him out of there. They were forcing us, play the ball long.
Out on top, a shot, and Slobo just got a piece of it. Pesa looking to clear. Finally does it, hits Gino DiPolito, and comes right back to Paul Kitson.
They won't let us out. They're just forcing us now.
Stamenkovic, 2.5 minutes in. Ball deflects through. Slobo picks it up easily. And Carl Rose has it for St. Louis. Schultz and Keogh lead. Bellinger and Duran come on. Carl Rose will probably give it up and then leave. Up ahead for Pesa. Diego trying to hold it at the red line. Plays it through for Cacciatore. He was bumped by Mejia. Bellinger gets it off for Duran. Daryl Duran up over the top. Tony Bellinger chasing it. Tony took a kick at it, pulled it down off the glass. Man, he was hit pretty hard by Mejia, and they said play on. Out of bounds against St. Louis. Tony complaining that he was whacked by Juan Carlos Mejia there. 2 fouls against St. Louis, 1 against Baltimore in the first 3 minutes of overtime.
It's important now, Bob, there's so many line changes here and different players that the Steamers for sure match up, point their man out, make sure everyone knows who they're marking. They got David McWilliams up there again on top. We've got big Don Draghi on him, and that's a good matchup. We need him at strength against strength. Boy, it's amazing because both teams building up slow as they come out of their third. There's no quick transitions. They want to hold the ball as long as possible.
Scott Manning up over the 2 lines after he crossed the red line. Draghi heads it out. It's headed back in by Tim Whitman. Draghi knocks it away again. Whitman into the crowd off his head. Kick in St. Louis, far side.
Well, I'll tell you, I'd give Donnie Ebert maybe a minute rest, minute and a half at the most, but he's got to be back in there. Ricky Davis also. It's been a hard ball game, really quick pace, great ball game.
Back to Slobo it goes from Don Draghi. St. Louis goalkeeper slowly up, over 1, now 2 lines. He'll shoot it in. Kicked away by Bruce Savage off the glass and out of bounds. It'll be a St. Louis kick in on the near side.
With as many people inside that box, may not be a bad idea to shoot from the outside. You're liable to get a deflection and go in on the keeper.
Pacer will leave it for Daryl Duran. Daryl plays it in for Draghi, a piece of it in front. A shot deflected wide. Draghi pulls it down and puts it high over the glass. Good work in front by Draghi and Cacciatore. And smart play, just as Bob mentioned. Daryl Duran thinking exactly the same thing, knocked it in there. That's the only way you score in this game. Keep peppering that ball.
Well, we've got to keep Schultz and Draghi in there as much as possible, and Tony Bellinger. Boy, they're playing a great game defensively.
Heinsverts up over the top, right side, McWilliams. Pace in the corner, clipping it out of there. Near point, Joey Fink. Fink trying to work through traffic, trying to get it back. Cacciatore and Schultz did a good defensive job. Steamers release Pesa now for Schultz on the far side, gets around a man against Savage, crosses it. Oh, Daryl Duran wasn't in deep enough, but Daryl picks it up on the left boards. On top for Pesa. Niego can't get a shot, taken away. Bruce Savage on the far boards. Pesa can't get it away from him. Cacciatore hounding him, and Savage gets it away on the near side for Whitman with Cacciatore chasing. We're 4.5 minutes into overtime, still tied 4-4. Tim Whitman over the midfield stripe. Right wing corner, Draghi chasing it, heads it off the boards. It comes to McWilliams, and now it deflects off Schultz back to Slobo. Tim Schultz turns it upfield. He's got Draghi on the left now. Gives it to him. Don Draghi across the midfield stripe, looking down toward that left wing corner. Cuts it to the corner. Wants to play it around the boards. It hits the boards and comes straight out. Took a funny hop off the boards and came straight back out. Larry Hulser retrieves the midfield. Ahead for Bellinger. Tony a touch. Can't get a shot. He was knocked off the ball from behind by Stamenkovic, who picked the perfect time to make a line change. Ahead it goes for Betancourt. Savage puts it into the crowd. Steamers will have a kick in. I like the way the Steamers are attacking right now, Bob.
They certainly are. They're using the whole floor. They're running the backs from the far side and playing in. Tony Bellinger just an inch from getting the shot off, and he had good direction on the ball.
Tony Bellinger will take the kick in as Ebert, Davis, Duran, and Rose come on to help him.
Let's make them earn it, though. Let's play defense if they get the ball. Let's get back in behind the ball. We've got a chance here now. They may play it off the board, Steamers that is, and get somebody coming through.
Duran out on top. Bellinger shooting, deflected, but kicked out. Ebert was trying to deflect it. It was kicked out by Ray Kunovats. Slobo, left side for Carl Rose. Rose cuts in front of Kitson. Ahead for Bellinger. Bellinger, one-on-one, ahead for Ebert. Ebert knocked off the ball. Play on, they say. Left wing, Stamenkovic. Right side, Kitson. Ball is too deep for him. He's got to go against Duran now, one-on-one. Kitson trying to back in. Duran and Rose took him off the ball. Nice move by Carl to work out of trouble. Ahead for Davis. Ricky, one-on-one against Kunovats. Kitson bowls him down from behind. That'll be a second foul against Baltimore here in overtime. 2 fouls against each team. It was funny because Kunovats told Kitson, hey, I've got him, and then Kitson whacked him from behind. In front, Steamers can't get a shot. Davis was knocked off the ball. Bellinger gets it back after Hulser steals. In front, Davis, just wide. Baby! Ricky Davis, and the Steamers win it in overtime, 5-4. Davis got a deflection. His first one went wide. He got it back and got it from a bad angle. And Ebert will get the assist. Don Ebert figures in 3 of the St. Louis 5 goals tonight. And the Steamers, an amazing 5-4 victory, Bob Burnett. What can you say?
Well, we said before the show, Coach, we were going to get them, and we did. What a way to come back. Boy, they made me feel very good because I know a lot of people that said something.
Ricky Davis, his 2nd goal of the night. And Don Ebert will get the assist on the goal. Ebert will figure in 3 of the goals tonight as St. Louis wins it 5-4 in OT. Steamers are 2-0. Baltimore 0-2. And Dave Clemens and his squad accomplishes what they wanted to tonight. They ruined the welcome home party of the defending league champion Baltimore Blast. And really, for you folks at home that may still not be used to the Steamers being out of that Western Division, this game takes on added importance because now the Steamers have beaten 2 teams in their own division, Chicago and Baltimore, and they're 2-0 on the year. We'll catch our breath. Be back in a moment. Steamers win at 5-4 from Baltimore. This is St. Louis Steamers soccer.
Fact, nothing works like a Chevy truck. Fact, your Metro Chevy dealers now have the most affordable truck prices in St. Louis. Fact, a full-size half-ton Chevy truck is priced $479 less than Ford F-150. Fact, Chevy S10 is priced $785 less than Ford Ranger. Now that you have the facts, it's all up to you. You can pay hundreds more for a Ford or pay hundreds less for a tough, dependable Chevy truck. The choice is yours. See your Metro Chevy dealers on both sides of the river.
Come around to Rothman Furniture right now and get 25 to 50% off store-wide. Sofas from $299. Queen sofa sleepers, $299. Complete master bedroom sets, $399. 5-piece dinette sets, $399. Serta bedding, 1/2 off. Plus, you can buy with no money down and get free financing for 1 year. Imagine, no finance charges for 1 year. Hurry now to Rothman Furniture, all 6 stores.